Hello, everyone, and welcome to Shenanigoons. You're welcome. That very amazing, super awesome, duper crazy podcast turned into a live stream by demand of the players and the DM. It was taking way too long to edit. So here we are, live in your face, all gussied up with no place to go except to the world of Vale and the continent of Valdara and the city of Ashport. What has been described as a fantasy... Industrial fantasy setting by Angela.
Because we're not steampunk.
We're not quite steampunk. It's like steampunk light. It's like what happens right before you get into a steampunk world. Anyway,
it's like steampunk with magic.
We're steampunk.
Oil punk.
It's
we're steamska.
No, because that sounds like Waterworld now.
Great movie.
Not that I'd be opposed with that. I loved Waterworld.
Dennis Hopper.
You can't piss into a Mr. Coffee and expect Taster's Choice. This is a joke from around that time, and I love it. Considering one of our wheel items is that somebody has to make 5 references during the show of a particular popular thing. I know that reference, we need to keep that up, but for that particular thing, which we'll talk about in a second, we're going to have to watch that. So hello, everyone. Thank you for being here. Let us talk a little bit about what we're here to do. We're here to play a game. It is D&D 5e. This is technically our first premiere episode. The last one was kind of a teaser episode, and introduced the new plot line and got you caught up to where the players are. Hopefully you were able to watch that. If not, we'll do a brief little, maybe 2 or 3 sentence introduction of each of the characters, if you'd like to do that really quick. Starting with Arthur. Go alphabetical.
I wouldn't start with me.
That would be Adelaide.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I got nothing.
Fine. Just the character or us and the character?
Sure, why not both?
Okay, so I'm Angela. I'm a creator on a number of Nerdsmith programs. I play Adelaide Chaucer. She is a fighter, specifically an arcane archer. She's very academic, and I wouldn't call her no nonsense, but she's full of a lot less nonsense than some people in the party. I am not, but and she is probably, at least initially, the impetus for us having the job we currently have in the first place, working for the Birchfield Institute, because she wanted to always be a proctor, and the proctors are the adventurers that work for the Birchfield, and now we are, and she intends to climb that ladder and make a name for herself.
You're at the bronze rung right now, which is the bottom.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Well, there is technically one slightly below that. They're called the Fetchers, but they're not quite proctors just yet. But that is
graduated from that pretty quickly, though. It's a
good
pace for
Adelaide. Took the Underdark, mass murder, theft.
We were proctors in the Underdark.
This is true.
It blew up like half the city.
But we were proctors at that point.
We were proctors.
Oh, it was sanctioned then. That's
also not us. The Silver Proctors. Sorry. Go listen to Shenanigoons on podcast form, wherever you get podcasts. If you want to hear the first arc of about. If you want to hear the first arc, you can go listen to that. Sorry. I'm done now.
Yeah. Who's next? Arthur?
Alphabetically, yeah, that would be me. I'm Mike Janelle. I'm playing Arthur. I'm a Hexblade Warlock. I met up with Adelaide, some sort of well incident, and ended up
we don't talk about
the crew and just kind of wanted to have some adventure and discover, search some caves and history and that type of thing. So I'm just here for the ride, for the fun.
Yeah, there's a few things we don't talk about. The well, the tiger.
No, we don't talk about
the
it.
Flump.
Because we don't talk about it.
My Patreon is Wayuna, same as Val's.
I heard Patreon. I'm like,
I did
what are you about to say? She pays him 15?
I said Patriot first.
She pays him $15.
We're just
I think I like this. We should make it so
this is the podcast
that the audience is your patron, and you set up a Patreon for your character, and then you have to pay me for your spell slots. I think this is a great idea.
No,
Oh my
that sounds like a
God.
horrible
No.
idea.
Bonnie,
Who
take
are
it away.
you,
Yeah.
EA?
I'm out of stuff to mess up
It's
and mispronounce.
microtransactions.
I don't know
I was doing
words.
my job. That's what
Arthur doesn't know words, so
It's the
we'll
pact
get
of the
that going.
microtransaction.
The pact of the microtransaction. I like that.
So okay, we love Arthur and his love of sandwiches, foods, and Merrick's mom. So it's all
He
good.
likes
Yes.
food. I
We're gonna let.
I didn't say it.
Okay,
That was
so
one of those things we're not supposed to
we
talk.
have like
Oh,
4
sorry.
things we don't
I
talk
forgot.
about, and we let them.
I forgot
Pretty
about
much
that one.
everything. Pretty much everything that happened in the podcast, we're not allowed to talk about. I guess. Actually, I don't think we're allowed to talk about the puns in the last session either. So I think we're just. This is like Fight Club. If you're here, just don't talk.
Fennec
So, yeah.
just did a really good job of giving us an example of our tip us and tip the scales feature because Fennec decided
Indeed.
to donate $25. So,
Oh.
do we wanna
What?
talk
You know what
about-
that means?
Do we want to talk about our mechanics and the things you get? for
Well, I'd like to
donating
get the
something?
introductions done first,
Okay, then let's get the introductions done.
and then we can do that
Yeah, and then Fennec gets to introduce an NPC.
when we get started. Yes.
Yes, I am Bonnie, or I'm Tessa, and I play Bonnie. Bonnie is a half elf, half
Like
sea elf.
herding cat.
That's what this
She's
episode
doing the
is.
thing you asked her, and you interrupted her to complain we weren't doing the thing you asked us to do.
It's
That's
easy if you have
counterproductive. Go ahead, Tessa.
It's all right. Bonnie is a College of Swords bard and has aspirations of being a pirate princess in her poor little confused brain. And that's all there really is to know about Bonnie.
Yes, Fen. How dare you donate money to our thing?
Stop apologizing, Fennec.
Seriously.
Forever apologize.
So she's apologizing because it derailed everything instead of
No,
just
we were
letting
already
it
That's
go.
gonna happen anyway.
No,
Yeah, no.
you stopped everything to talk about Fennec's thing while we were going.
No, that implies we were ever on the tracks to
Go,
begin
Merrick.
with.
True.
No, can't talk about trades.
Okay.
Go, Merrick.
I am Kyle. I am also one of the fabulous Nerdsmith folks, and you can find me on a number of products within the Nerdsmith network, including Wand Radio and Countless Heroes, and this. Yeah, I think that's it. And the one shots that we were just doing. Anyway, I'll be playing the part of Merrick, who is a halfling. He is a thief. He likes to steal shiny things whenever possible, and he is completely irreverent and is very
Irreverent?
protective of his mother. So, I'm watching.
That was that
And
Bonnie,
Val.
I think, because she brought it up.
Right? That kind of pointed like that way.
So I'm Heather. I'm also on a bunch of shows here at the network. I've got one I do with Russell, who's in Countless Heroes with all of us, called Geek Thyself, and then I'm on Countless Heroes. I do a bunch of stuff in the background, and I'm here as Val, the Grave Domain cleric. She's a half-orc, and despite the fact that she's by and large, like by several years, the youngest person in the group, she's also kind of party mom. So yeah, and
No one
make
knows that.
sure you guys stay alive.
You are definitely party mom for sure.
Yeah, or at least like party auntie.
And my name is Logan, if you are new to this, although I doubt anybody who doesn't
Boo.
know us is watching this anymore. I am Logan, and I am the DM of this crazy adventure that we're going on called Shenanigoons. And and I do a lot of other stuff in the Nurses Network. I'm also the Grand Poobah, or whatever the hell they want to call it. What are we calling it this week?
Fearless leader.
Fearless leader. There you go. And of the Nerdsmith Network, and I also DM for Countless Heroes 4 nights a week. And we'll be wrapping that in 3.5 weeks, which is, as Caden said earlier, a crazy thing to say after we've done, what was it? How many hours, Kyle? Did you say last night?
Last
So many.
calculation, we were at 669. That's not including anything in the month of April.
Nice.
Nice.
Jeez.
And that was,
Very
and we started
nice.
that in August. Do the math. So yeah, and then I do probably a few other things around here. I run the production of all the community streams and any of the stuff that's produced by Nerdsmith. I'm the one sitting behind the computer, except when I have to go to the doctors. I keep getting that wrong. When I go to a doctor's appointment, and Angela has to remote in and take over for me because she's amazing and I love her.
And I have the password to his computer,
which is a scary fucking thing to give to one of your friends. Seriously.
Just shows how much more you trust Angela than me. I don't know.
The number of...
I'm kidding. I totally do.
I haven't downloaded porn since 1993. Come on now.
I'm so glad I don't edit.
If you were downloading it in 1993, it's still downloading today.
And that is basically the entire show right there. Only we're going to do it in character instead, or at least try to. Let's talk really quick about the ways that you can become a part of the show. We have 4 different ways for you, the audience, to become part of the show, and they support the show. And what do we do with that money? Well, we take that money. We should give a little bit of it to Nerdsmith. Well, actually, Nerdsmith takes all of it. They give a bunch of it back to us, and we use it to buy new equipment. We use it to upgrade the computers. We use it to pay for new programs that end up being horrible and having to return and get our money back. And then we find new programs that are even better, and we finally change those out and make amazing programs. And then sometimes it pays for us to go to conventions and do panels and meet new people and find new artists and all sorts of crazy things. That's actually what we're focusing on right now. We want to upgrade all the art for the entire stream, so that's kind of one of our big focuses right now. A lot of the money that comes in is going to go towards that. We have an artist that we really, really want to work with, and hopefully that we'll get there very soon. Let's see. So what can you do? First off, you can tip us with bits. If you tip with bits, every bit is a copper in the party's pocket. That is the most initial direct way that you can affect their monetary gain in game. So you just give us some bits, and it turns into money in their pocket. Now I noticed that little bar up there, there.
Yes, the emergency party fund. It's right above my head.
That way, yeah. That doesn't have a number on it. I apologize. That's going to get fixed hopefully by next week, as this is a weekly podcast, as this is a weekly stream. We'll fix that. Show. That's a much better word. Yeah. Then down underneath Merrick there, you can see that you have 4 other monetary ways to support us. You can give a reroll to a player, and eventually we're going, or the DM that can give to me too. The rerolls, we're going to have a visual way at some point to show them on screen, but we're going to keep track of them behind the scenes in the meantime. And what that does is it allows a player to re-roll any roll that they make. They can go ahead and just re-roll it and may get a number hopefully they're happier with. In my opinion, especially for the price, roll for me would be all the dice. If you wanted to re-roll an entire damage roll, it was 12 dice. I don't mind you re-rolling the entire thing. You just have to re-roll the entire thing. Or in turn, you can choose to re-roll 1 die out of a pool, but you don't get to choose and pick. But you can do either one. But most of the time, it's going to be used on D20s. If I get a re-roll, I will be using that not to re-roll rolls myself. I will be using that to force the players to re-roll. And that will allow me to watch those nat 20s disappear and never be heard from again.
I'm waiting for a double nat 20 one day. It's going to be so sweet.
It's going to be very sweet, and I'm going to be very excited about it. What's next on the list? The Wheel of Causality. And I thought we were going to change that name.
No, we're just not singing. It's not a ripoff.
It's not a ripoff because we're not singing. Okay, well, we're going to come back to that one.
It's not a ripoff. It's a different word.
Oh, it is. What is the other one?
Morality.
Oh, that's right.
It's a reference, but not
it's a reference. So then I'm going to come back to that one in a second because we got a little demo for you. The third one is the Introduce a PC for $25. You can choose
NPC.
No, PC. Brand new player character that I will play because I'm still a player. So an NPC, you introduce an NPC, you get to choose the name, the race, and a brief description of why they are there if you like. You can add all of that into your donation. And to do all of this, you need to use the tip donation down below. We should have mentioned that down in the doobly-doo. And we're going to introduce that NPC, and we'll do it anytime, any place. We will introduce an NPC into the scene, however many you want to pay for. We don't care. I mean, I do. It's going to get ridiculous, I'm sure. I've seen it on other shows get ridiculous. And the last one is for $50, a time stop. And what this is a player's moment to basically play God. they get to step out of the time stream, and do one thing, accomplish one moment outside of the time stream. And they have to choose it right then and there, and they have to do something hopefully amazing that can happen in character or out. In game or in combat or out. If it happens in combat, it's going to act like the time stop spell, where they will get a full 4 rounds to be able to act outside the time stream to do anything they want, including tie the enemy shoes laces together or disarm them or whatever. I don't really have a problem. We'll roll with it anyway. So for the Wheel of Causality, this one is very strange, and this one is being explained away because we have some beautiful this reference game that we play, that we're only allowed to make one reference to any particular pop culture thing in game. If anybody catches somebody doing it on the second one, they have a wild magic surge. Well, we've explained that by the radiation of magic that the players are the characters are exposed to through the Birchfield Institute, all the weird magic items they have. Sometimes weird things happen, and you can force those weird things to happen. Although it's not just a wild magic surge, we've come up with a lot of unique, fun, amazing things, and it looks a little something like this. Thank you for the sound effects. We're working on that. We're going to shorten that a little bit because 10 seconds is a little too long.
It builds dramatic tension.
So that one is Hocus Pocus. Which we're not going to tell you what it does, so sorry, but that's the type of thing. We've got all those unique things: Flump Apocalypse, Razzle Dazzle, Elderberries, Did I Do That, Malkovich, Banff, Hocus Pocus. Somebody has screenshot that already and putting them out there. My point is, I didn't read all of them. My point is, there's a lot of amazing, fun, goofy things out there that we will. We'll be happy to do strange things to the PCs or other ones. Anyway, so when you choose the $25 one, the $15 one, you need to pick a NPC or PC specifically to target. Yes?
Is Hocus Pocus when everything goes amok, 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 amok?
No.
Damn it.
Was that worth it?
Yep.
All right.
Sometimes it's just for the
you know what?
girls.
Since you asked, now I have to tell them. No, I'm not going to tell them. I'm really not. Anyway, so those are a bunch of the very interesting, fun little things that are going to happen. Each one is an immediate effect. It can work inside or out of combat. There's a lot of fun, weird, silly, goofy stuff on there. So hopefully we'll see a few of those. Anyway, so that's that. If nobody has anything else, I think it's time to play some Shenanigoons. Yes?
Yes.
Should Fen pick?
Your characters have gathered at the Birchfield Institute, a large, imposing building on the skyline of Ashfield. Ashport. Where's Ashfield? What's the next town?
Nowhere.
It's where they play baseball.
It's the field where all the ash from the
Got
port
it.
lands.
Somebody built it.
Right.
We have a huge runoff problem. It's just really bad for the environment.
There's a big
You're
dune
lucky I didn't
surfing.
call it Cinder Haven. How we ended up with Ash and Cinder as our two main cities in two different campaigns was not. We love burning things down.
Question, Logan, can we have slightly more fantasy music to get me in the head?
I can't even hear it, so you want to
Sort
get
of in
the mood.
smooth jazz.
It would have been
right
great
now.
to mention this while we were in the video.
It wasn't playing at the time in my head.
It was playing.
In my head.
That's not right. There we go.
Do,
Nope,
do,
that's not
do,
what I
do,
needed.
do, do, do.
There we go. Yeah,
I know
all that
exactly
needs to be
what song
removed.
that is.
All righty. Sorry about that. So, the twists and turns of this incredibly large building even still has you at a loss. Several doors that don't allow you to pass make it difficult to find your way around. Seriously, Ocean needs to get on that.
Fucking OSHA.
So you've come here to meet with Robin, Adelaide, and well, all of yours handler, who is the one that gives you your missions and your duties. However, Fennec, I believe that you have an NPC that you have paid to introduce. If you would like to let us know about that, tell me what you're doing to kill the time before Robin finds you, tracks you down, and meets with you. And I will get to that in a second as soon as I get my notes up. So go ahead. What are you guys doing?
So wait, did he say to go left or right at the naked statue?
I thought he said go straight.
There is no straight.
That's why I'm so confused.
But just
The
turn
statue's not
around.
oppressive enough.
Turn around and go straight. That'll work.
That takes us back out towards the entrance.
I can't go straight. It's not physically possible.
Adelaide! Why is this
Oh,
building
what?
so confusing?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was just reading. What's the problem?
How do we get to Robin? Left, right, behind? Did we take a left turn at Albuquerque by accident?
How did we get turned around? Why are we down here?
Because we were trying to follow you, since you know where you're going.
Yeah, alright. I'm sorry. Fine.
I can't. Okay, I don't have a map. I don't have a sextant. I don't have a compass. I mean, out on the sea, I've got you.
Alright,
But down
alright.
here,
Alright, buddy system, follow me. And Adelaide starts navigating as best she can through admittedly windy hallways.
You know, they should do like a coloured path, you know, little stripes that take you to different places, like follow the blue line to go to the bathroom, or follow the red line to go to the red-ish place.
Well,
I mean,
okay,
Egg's
look,
office.
Sure.
Here. And Adelaide will look for like. There's probably like really subtle placards, but they're like basically non-existent and unhelpful. They're just like very basic words, or like this is this wing, this is that wing. That's about it. They give you a general sense. They, you know.
All right.
Not going to the West Wing. There's too much tape there.
I do walk and talk a lot there, though.
So as you guys are wandering through the halls, you turn the corner and you see a tiefling who is on hands and knees looking underneath a desk. Not a desk, a display table in the hallway, little a sideboard, and it's got some nice vase on it and some little bowl of candy. But they're underneath it. As he looks up, this tiefling has bright purple eyes, pastel green skin, and deer-like horns. He's dressed in fairly good clothing, nothing too fancy, but traveler's clothing, and stands, kind of looks over at you, and his head kind of tilts a little bit, and he comes over looking like he's going to ask you a question.
If you're lost too, don't look at me. And she points at Adelaide.
I'll be your buddy. You come with us. We're using the system.
As he looks at Arthur, he kind of looks you up and down. He comes over to you. Do you have any bat guano?
There wasn't any left over from breakfast. I'm sorry.
I really need some bat guano.
You know, we were just down in the Underdark. You missed us by like
How
a
about
week.
live grasshoppers? Do you have any live grasshoppers?
Let me
Adelaide.
check.
Adelaide patronizingly like checks her pockets. I'm fresh out, I'm afraid. Do you need them for research or something?
There's
Sulfur?
spell components.
Brimstone?
I've got some sulfur. Hang on 1 second.
I've got some matches. Would that work?
I don't need any map.
There's
Sorry, I
sulfur
mostly use my
matches.
focus.
Bonnie goes digging through a pouch. I think I've got some around here somewhere. Sulfur, here you go. How much do you need?
As much as you can spare.
Well, I just got a new focus, so here. You can have all of it.
Oh, very generous of you. My name is Second.
I'm Bonnie. Nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you.
Adelaide Chaucer, and Adelaide will sort of professionally reach out with a hand to shake his.
He kind of pulls the sulfur back to him and kind of looks at your hand suspicious.
She'll pull it back, like, okay, that was a mistake. Are you faculty here or a proctor?
I have a distaste for your question. And he turns and starts to walk away.
Apologies.
Were
He-
you looking for something under the table there?
Snakeskin.
Oh, sure.
Or eggshells.
I don't know.
Oh, a lot of times if I get eggshells, I just usually will go to a tavern right after the breakfast rush and ask if they have any to spare. Lots of times they'll give it to you.
All right.
And you can go to a clothing store and sometimes obtain snakeskin boots. They're rather expensive, but you could have one of them.
You realize that if you want spell components, they have stores for that, right?
Do any of you happen to have a statue that looks like me?
No,
That
I'm
I do
afraid.
not.
No.
I'm afraid not.
I saw one just last week, actually. In the library.
Really?
Halfway across town. Mm-hmm.
He like inches a little closer to you. Where?
In someone's lawn.
No, it was actually being used as a bookend on one of the shelves. In the library, down the market street with the cheese shop and barber.
What was the name of the cheese shop?
Yes, Merrick, what was the name of the cheese shop?
That's the way station, isn't it?
The way station.
Oh my god.
Oh,
I hate it.
Aw.
I am familiar.
Adelaide just very gently turns to the wall and drops her face against the wall.
Do you have any mandrake roots?
I might. No, I'm fresh out. Sorry.
Adelaide looks him up and down.
Okay.
Does he have anything on him that would indicate that he's a member of the Institute?
Nothing at all. But you're also in a public area, right?
Sure.
No, as a matter of fact, as you look him up and down, you see that his pockets appear to be just kind of stuffed full of random items, including some dirty eggshells, mandrake root, some ash, a big hunk of some plant material,
Second,
chicken bone.
forgive me for derailing your scavenger hunt, but it seems like there are resources where
Who
you
said
can
scavenger
ask for
hunt?
these things. Just me. Was I off base? I'm very sorry.
Not allowed to talk about it.
Ah, Apologies.
And he just kind of walks backwards to the end of the hall and then turns and runs off.
Bye.
Let's move on and never speak of this again.
Deal.
All right.
She proceeds to continue walking.
Yeah.
Good cover, Bonnie. I was.
It's probably going to
really
be our
enjoying
new
playing.
boss.
What cover?
Knowing this.
Right. Wink.
No, seriously, the way station. It's down on Market Street. They said really
I'm
good.
sure it is.
Were you making stuff up?
I'm sure I was.
Oh, okay.
I'd just like to point out that I hate chat right now. I hate it with a
Mhm.
passion.
I love it.
It's nothing
I'm
but
so
cheese
happy with
puns
it.
right now.
I'm
and
so
it's
happy.
upsetting.
I'm delighted.
Anyway, it's really the chat right now is just Merrick and Bonnie's stream of consciousness in their head as they
Yes.
come up with more cheese jokes.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
So Adelaide attempts to navigate us to where we were going. We ad-libbed that I just wasn't paying attention to where we were walking, and that's how we got lost.
I know. I heard it. All right.
Sure.
So you make your way to Robin's office, at least the area where his office is. And a few minutes later, he pokes his head out and sees you. He comes walking up. Robin is a
Elf.
oh my,
He's an elf.
Humanoid.
is he not?
Yep, he's an elf.
Is he not?
He's a hot asshole elf.
That's right. There
Yep.
it is. All right. All right. I tried to turn him into a half orc
He's
last.
a house elf.
A half elf. Wearing very fine clothing today. He's got kind of this. Hold on. He's wearing an all denim wizard robe with a little bolo tie.
Why did you do this to him?
I don't know. I love it.
Now I like to imagine that Robin just will wear whatever the fuck he wants. He just owns it, and so
He's a
nobody
trainer.
questions it.
Pretty much.
Robin, I must say that the embroidery and the rhinestones on that is just perfect.
Yes, I'm very aware.
You cut a striking figure.
Speaking of, can we
Are you-
cut to the chase, please?
Impatient again, Adelaide.
Always ready to work for the
Good.
Institute.
I like to hear that. Means you want to get it done and get it over with. Finally.
Always want to get our talks over with, Robin.
Hmm. He takes you inside and he sits you down. He has several scrolls with him. Coffee, tea.
Are
I
you
think
offering or are you asking?
We're required to offer now.
Sorry, Bonnie.
That's okay.
Is there any cheese?
And who made that policy change? Out of curiosity.
It seemed that some of the bronze badges had been complaining about the way they've been being treated.
Not us.
I don't know who that could have been.
Actually, it was none of mine. I'm very sure of that.
We mostly just complain about you, Robin. So, it wasn't us.
But we
Well, that's
never
fine.
ask for any policy changes.
Policy changes, in my experience, are very rarely asked for. They just are dreamt up by bureaucrats. People who don't understand how to get things done.
Well, then how may we get things done for you?
By retrieving this. And he unfolds and unscrolls or he unrolls a scroll, and inside is a sketch of a hand, and on it is a very beautiful, very fine chain link glove.
My, I've never seen that before.
Yes, I know. This is a very special glove. It's a brilliant, bright colored. It's mithril.
Ooh.
So worth a lot then. Is it magical in some way, I assume?
Give me a deception check.
For anyone watching for the first time, we know about this thing already because we were told.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no! Oh Adelaide, no,
It-
honey. That's a. Oh, hold on.
What'd your poor sweet
That's
child do?
that's a 3.
Oh boy.
I rolled a 2.
Yes, Adelaide. Why don't you just ask him if the pinky is supposed to be held like this?
Robin just sits up and stops talking. He lets the roll back up if you don't stop it. He leans back in his chair and he just stares at Adelaide for a moment.
It seems to me we heard about it. It was shop talk. Would you believe that?
I mean, it literally happened in a shop, so yeah.
I think that question was rhetorical, love.
He just continues to stare at Adelaide.
Would you like me to finish the sentence for you, Robin?
He says nothing.
All right. Adelaide sits against Robin's desk, turns her back to him, and proceeds to talk to everyone else. So we're going after an infinite tea gauntlet, and it makes lots of different types of tea, and it's incredibly bougie, and we've been asked to retrieve it. And she'll lean behind her shoulder, by you, dear. And we don't know anything else other than it's Lady Susan?
Susan the Lesser.
Susan the Lesser. Thank you, Val. That was very helpful.
He's very lazy.
She's not. No. We've discussed this.
And then Adelaide
She's from Alaris.
stands back up from against the desk and turns back to Robin. What other details do we need beyond that? That I've pretty much exhausted what we know.
Are you sure about that?
There was something about the Grey Earl of something.
It was owned by Emperor Nothus or Nothus, something like that. And
Nothus, the Grey Earl. I like that.
And it can make any tea that it's ever. It can make any tea that's been made when it was being held, or something like that, or worn.
Presumably.
Oh,
Because it absorbs into the glove.
there were scones to go with it.
Yeah, yes, the
Infinite tea.
Infinite tea scones.
A lot of them.
5, I
I
think.
thought there were 5 of them.
I thought there was an infinite amount. I'm sorry.
No, the tea's infinite. The scones are limited.
But the scones go with the tea. Yeah.
So, Robin, please continue.
Can you eat them?
Yes.
I'm on
You
board.
want
Let's
to
go
eat
get them.
them.
My understanding
Right.
is that they are very delicious.
But there's only
Are
a
we-
finite number of them, I take it.
Are we to deliver the scones intact?
No, there's only 5 types. There's an infinite
Oh.
number of them. Evidently.
Ah,
Oh.
They seem to replenish themselves. They regenerate, much like a
Inside you,
That
because
was a-
that would be really
that's a-
bad.
That's
Only
a
the
troubling
parts left out.
comparison.
Don't swallow one whole.
Yeah, that sounds
Got
like a
it.
terrible idea.
So, like the crumbs turn into another scone.
Why don't you bring one back and we will tell you all about it.
That could feed a lot
Do
of
we
people.
have-
So, heading to Alaris. Got it.
He slides over a set of train tickets. You leave
Do we have a-
tonight.
Do we have a carriage we could take instead?
or magic
Maybe,
carpet.
It's not being transported on the train, is it?
Carriage and caravans. You may use those when you are silver. The
Ah.
carpets, you must be gold.
Something to look
Adelaide
forward to.
glances at Merrick like, holy shit, I didn't think that one was real. Like, that's the look on her face, like,
All right, train it is. That's fine. When do we leave?
This time, Merrick, you ride in the cart. In the car.
Oh, I actually have a ticket this time.
You had a ticket last time!
Thank you, Robin. And Adelaide will snag the tickets. We'll be off.
Go and speak. Go and speak with Susan the Lesser.
Understood.
She has more information for you.
She's expecting us.
She is. I told her I was sending her my very best.
Bronze.
Yeah.
Please don't disappoint.
Very best bronze, right?
Very good
I
deception.
said my very best.
Well, that's shockingly complimentary of you. Or I'm sorry that you only have bronze to work with.
I think
Think
that
about it this
other
way.
people weren't available.
When I say my very best, that leaves a high expectation.
Oh, so we might get promoted if we do well on this particular one.
That's one of two outcomes, yes.
That's encouraging.
If there's another option, if we
Yes.
do well, that's a shame.
I don't think that's what he was referring to.
Hmm.
We will be sure not to disappoint you.
All right. Do we go see Ig before this one again?
I would suggest so. He was
Perfect.
rifling around some boxes today.
Great.
Before we go, do you have a map to get us around this building, the layout?
Like a tourist brochure or something for them.
In case of fire, you are here.
No.
Is that part of the test? Finding your way around?
Well, if you were so inept that you get lost in a building like this, then how could we ever trust you in the Underdark?
Very true.
Or in foreign cities?
We were never lost.
You made it to your appointment on time.
Was it on?
I made sure we left early to build in time. Thank you very much, Robin. Give our condolences, well, general condolences to whoever's running that, I think they were calling it a memorial service for the flump.
Surprised you're not going.
Well, we have a job
Seems like
to
half
do.
the town is going to be there. Well, you're not leaving till tonight.
It just...
Memorials are so dour. I don't like the environment.
There's no requirements. It's up to you.
something about it just kind of made me feel, I don't know, like going to a funeral for
Responsible?
someone we didn't. No, someone that never responsible. No, that's not the word that I would choose at all. We no, it just feels like showing up to mourn the death of someone that you didn't have any personal interactions with to be kind of a stinky thing.
Exactly. It feels a little gauche to be walking around during someone's pain and remembrance. We would be out of place.
Winston was a community treasure.
Well, his loss will be felt throughout.
Smelt. Yeah.
He just kind of
Anyway.
he just kind of looks towards the door.
Yeah, we're going.
Yep.
That's fine.
Message received.
Oh, by the way, have you met anyone named Second? Tiefling lad.
That's a good point, Arthur. Someone's been poking around. They had pockets full of stuff. I don't know if they're sanctioned to be, filling their pockets full of stuff.
He started
premises.
acting a
Did
little
you see someone
squirrely.
stealing something?
No.
Potentially?
No,
He was asking for a lot of things and seemed to balk at being asked if he was a proctor or faculty.
But didn't actually seem to be taking anything.
No, but he seemed really squirrely when Adelaide mentioned a scavenger hunt.
Hmm.
I know
Just
nothing
alerting
about
you.
it.
Just letting you know so it doesn't become a surprise if you suddenly hear about it. It's fine.
Message received and forgotten. Good day.
would you? I'm sorry. I might have gotten off to the wrong.
Adelaide keeps reaching for the door and everyone keeps turning. She'll hold the door open and wait.
Yeah.
I'll pass. I'll go.
I'm sorry. Would
I'll
you
go
care
out
for a
in the
piece
hall.
of candy?
Flump Lover just donated $15, Tessa, and wants a wheel spin for who? Tessa.
What? Me?
Yeah, you guys, your
Adelaide's
tells are
opening
going
the
on.
door. Merrick's talking at Robin. What is about to happen?
What is about to happen to who, Tessa? Considering that all of your tells are going off at once.
Yeah, I know.
I'm the only one not in the room, just so you know.
You're outside.
Oh, so Arthur then.
I stepped through the door that Adelaide held
We
open.
did. Let's have it happen to Robin. Because I hate Robin so much. It's not true. I love Robin.
All right, so here we
Sorry.
go. Let's see what happens at, around, or near Robin. That is really long. We're gonna fix.
Oh God! Oh,
Okay. So this isn't as bad as it sounds. As the,
No, it's
the
worse.
magical essence of what happens, of the magical radiation that happens around the Birchfield kind of accumulates around people and explodes outwards. We will take a look and see exactly what's going to happen to Robin.
I'm glad I did to Robin. No.
I didn't write these, by the way. Just want to be clear.
No.
Someone did, though. Someone in this 6-person layout did
Not
write.
me.
I know. I see you, villain. I see you.
All right. So, well, Tess, this was yours. So, oh no, I should roll it. So just quick, because we're not going to have the audience roll it every time. So let's see here.
Matthew, we're using the
96.
colloquial word for vomitorium, not the actual accurate meaning.
So
The other choices are
as
Roundhouse.
Robin sits there, she just kind of hurks a little bit into his mouth, into his palm there, and he turns, he puts up his hand, trying to wave you out, even though you're probably too surprised to go anywhere. He leans behind his desk, and you hear this kind of gurgling sound as he starts to expel something from his throat, and then you hear this large clanging iron sound hit behind the desk. That is disturbing.
What
Everything all
was
right?
As he pulls
that?
up a full-sized iron shield and puts it on the desk.
It couldn't have happened to a better person.
You're not.
I'm right outside the door. I just poke my head.
Oh, okay.
I'm just.
Adelaide. What?
We'll take that to Ig for you if you want.
the hell was that?
Please do.
Don't question it. Weird shit happens.
Welcome to
Adelaide.
Birchfield.
Wait, so is this
I
kind of
can,
shit gonna happen to all of us?
Identify it.
It's magic poisoning.
Excuse
Oh
me?
God.
Oh.
Magic poisoning?
That one's for anybody who happened to be here at our last night's episode. Was that last night? 2 nights ago. Something like that. We had a community event. Sorry for the call.
I'll just take this to Ig, and Bonnie
Oh, is it
gingerly
clean?
picks it up.
Yeah, it's clean. It's completely fine. Tess, you're quiet again.
Would you care for a mint? That's a. Oh,
I'm fine, thank you.
I know you're fine, but you could be
Not-
better.
Do not offer him taffy. We're
Please
gonna-
leave.
Yeah, we're
Goodbye.
gonna go.
Yes, sir.
Right.
Adelaide just shoves her hands in her pockets and walks out. And she goes, "Oh, hey, I found a gold. Thank you, Chad, for the 1,000 bits that just gave us a gold in the party fund."
Yes, thank you.
Nice.
I feel like every time we hit a gold, someone should find a random gold. in their pocket.
1,100
Yay!
copper. Thank
Are we tracking that party
I
fund
think that's
somewhere?
10 gold. Yeah, it tracks inside the thing, and we'll look at it at the end of it.
Oh,
It's all
I think
full at
1,000
the
copper
moment.
is 10 gold, isn't it?
Woo.
Yep,
I'm
10
bad
gold.
at conversion.
In my notes,
Adelaide.
10 golds in the party fund.
You'll probably find 9 more somewhere. It's fine. You just haven't gotten
I
to it
always
yet.
find it around. It's
Try in your left shoe. That's where I usually keep my. I don't keep them there.
Maybe we should ask Ig about this magic poisoning. I mean, what the fuck was that?
It didn't
I
seem
could
harmful.
identify this, but I'd rather Ig do it.
I mean, it didn't hurt him, but he vomited up a shield. There's something anatomically incorrect about that.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm not a doctor or a cleric, and I know that was wrong.
Yeah. I mean, I've heard little things about, there's quirks to the job. You're constantly exposed to experimental magic, and I just never seen it in person.
Fine, not a doctor. Sorry.
That's one.
Adelaide, did you not think it was important to tell us this before we agreed to sign up with you? Maybe.
I didn't know that aspirating shields was a thing that could happen. I just heard there were little quirks. I mean, I assumed like someone's hair would change color every so often or something. I didn't think that could happen.
I think vomiting up an entire shield is a little worse than your hair turning pink.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. We're fine. Let's just go to Egg.
After you. I'm already lost.
I'm not really a spring. I'm more of a winter, so pink might not be the best option for me.
You can just put your hood up. It's fine.
That's fair.
Just as long as
That's
it's not
true.
white after Memorial Day, I think.
Also, we got
Maybe
raided.
Labor Day, but
We did get rated.
for the
Thank you
raid.
very much. Nobo Show.
Raid.
The Nobo Show. You should go take a look at their stream. Go follow them right now, real quick. Come right back and keep watching our show.
It's my cousin.
Woo!
Oh, that's your cousin?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's the one that is on that other show, right?
Yes, Scabby Rooster stuff.
Scabby Rooster. No, it's not. Is it? It's through Scabby Rooster, but it's not.
I don't remember the name of the actual show, but it's through Scabby Rooster.
Tell us the actual show.
Hi.
As we walk to the Lost and Found.
To Ignatius, the dwarven, rusty old man down in the basement, who has been there for 70 some odd years.
Who we love.
working in this-
73 years.
73 years down in the Lost and Found. You head on in and you get up to the counter and he's nowhere to be seen.
oh no, the coffee.
I'll go knock on the bathroom door.
The blockage became permanent. Adelaide, you're just knocking at the door. For the first time, Adelaide actually thinks, is there a bell or anything?
Yeah, there's a bell.
Oh, well then Adelaide will just ding ding.
As you ding the bell, much like
Ding,
a
ding the
crazed Bela Lugosi, he sort of just kind of lifts straight up into the scene from his back. Yes?
Hi, Egg!
Hi,
That's a
Egg.
trick.
Nap time.
Hi.
Sort of, yes. I need a nap every 20 or 30 minutes.
Of course.
Good
Understandable.
day, Ig. We're about to go on mission tonight, and we're looking for whatever we can avail ourselves of as bronze proctors.
Right, yes. I knew you'd be here today, right?
Yes, you did.
You're the ones going after that thing.
The gauntlet.
Yes.
Yeah, the infinite
diaper,
T.
right?
No,
No,
it's
No?
the gauntlet. The
That's
infinite.
wrong.
other end.
The infinite T gauntlet.
Not the diaper.
No,
Okay.
and the scones.
What is the diaper that's being sought
I'm
after?
not sure. It's some sort of iron diaper. It's sort of a iron fleece sort of thing.
Hmm.
Chafes a lot, I understand.
That is not the one we've been tasked with.
That'd be a hell of a wedgie.
Sounds more end game than what we're.
I'm not sure. It doesn't do much. Some
I guess
sort
it
of
should.
torture device, I think.
Sounds like it.
Slowly pulls all the hairs out of your butt.
At once.
No,
I guess
When
it
you-
sort of depends, right?
it does depend. Yeah.
It does if there's only one.
Anyways, he reaches down. He pulls up this old wooden crate that's all beaten up. You've seen many times before. Very poorly handwritten, faded letters across that say "Lost and Found." Kind of slams it onto the counter. There you go. It's something in there, I'm sure. No diapers though.
Thank
That
you, Egg.
we will soldier on without it. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm okay without
Very
the
handy on
diapers.
long train rides.
Shenanigans, we love that you've subscribed. You've tuned into Shenanigoons, and no one here was bribed. Mayhem, magic, mystery is usually the vibe. Again, we are Shenanigoons. You're awesome. You subscribed.
Thank you.
I'm so
Thank
happy
you for
we
the
all ended with jazz hands.
Who was that? That was...
That was Rev. Thanks,
Thank
Rev.
you, Rev, for the subscription. Really appreciate you. You're amazing. And thank you, Matthew Siebert, host of a bunch of awesome shows, including Homebrew Studio and the Land Above podcast here on the Nerdsmith Network, who did that little song for us.
He's probably like, I'm never subbing
Yes,
them again.
Chad, that is what a
ever."
stroke sounds like. I'm guessing. And I hope
A stroke
we
of
hear it.
genius.
I hope we... Yes, a stroke
Yeah,
of
Right?
genius.
It's stroke
Yes.
of
And I
genius.
hope we hear that stroke of genius 1,000 more times tonight.
All the jazz
then you're
hands.
getting the
Nothing but jazz hands on stream.
Yeah.
Bonnie's gonna pull up the Iron Shield. Could you tell me what this does by any
What
chance?
is it you're pulling out?
The Iron Shield.
This was expelled from a
Hey.
member of the team.
Oh, is that happening again? I've seen that happen a lot.
What do you mean by
is a lot?
Yeah, what's a lot?
I would say about 1 in 40 of the people here have had that happen to them. Maybe 1
Oh.
in 30.
It doesn't cause
Oh,
any
wow.
permanent damage, right?
Oh no, there's nothing permanent. It's like wild magic, only without the explosion so far.
Right.
Right.
It's been quite pleasant for the most part. Half of the items in here were regurgitated by people.
Yes. Well, would you like the shield? It is yours, I think.
I'll put it in the box when you're done.
Oh.
So, shall we poke around in the box?
I may not be chewing
Yes,
the
yeah,
taffy
no,
anymore, but
I know
Yeah.
there's no more taffy. I ate it all. I'm sorry.
Are you okay?
No, very much not. I've got to block it.
So you
Is
need
that- is that
another
what
one of
this
your
is about?
slurries then.
Those were sit up. You don't exercise ever?
Not like that.
Well, so it's a dwarven sit up.
From the back?
from a dead
Yes.
sleep.
It's like a Michael
Yes.
Jackson lean, but like
It
extreme.
very much. We do it from the ankles.
Oh God.
Is this some sort of like ratcheting action that you got?
No, we just go straight from a dead leg. But enough about my wife.
But
God rest his spirit.
Oh dear.
So what we're going to do is you are going to reach into the box of things. You are going to describe the item that you pull out. Remember, it's a milk crate-sized crate, so it's not too big. And then I
nothing
am
bigger
going to
than
tell
a
you
bread
what it does.
box.
Basically. And I am going to tell you what it does. So you got to give me a good description of what this item looks like, maybe with a possible intention of the item built into the description, through an inscription, or through the design or the look or the feel or the color or something, and we'll go from there. So when you have something, please let me know. Oh, Kyle, I saw your hand
Advance.
quick. Please describe, Merrick, what you pull out of this box.
So Merrick fishes around and feels something sort of like weird, small plastic baggie, and inside the plastic baggie are these 5 wooden sticks in 5 different colors. There's a green one and a white one and a blue one and a black one and a red one. They're all individually wrapped in cellophane, and they look like little toothpicks.
Okay. Oh, those are great. Good luck with those.
All right. I mean, if I've eaten some pulled pork or something, they probably come into good use, I guess.
No, those are death sticks.
Death sticks.
Yes,
Uh,
very minty.
all right, but how minty are they?
Very.
Enough to kill?
Sort of. You stick them in someone's drink, usually it's some sort of garnish. and it has a chance to kill them. It's like poison, but physical. I guess poisons are physical, but not usually a liquid or inhaled.
Well, that seems
Do they,
on par for you, Merrick.
do they die from like choking on the toothpick?
Yes, it stabs them inside of their
God.
throat.
That's horrifically
God.
graphic and not what my puppeteer was hoping for.
That's why this game is so much fun. It's called The Lost and Found, not the what the hell Kyle wants, Spock.
Um,
Who's
I'm
that?
afraid now.
Good. I really had no idea what you were going for. I was going Power Rangers half the time you were. Scott, I'm curious now. What the heck did you? What the heck were you going?
Like a very, very like tiny breath weapon.
Oh, that'd be kind of cool. That's a good one. Like you chew on them and then they have a breath weapon. That's a good idea.
I love it.
All right, Val.
So Val reaches in and feels some sort of fabric. So she pulls it out. It's a tiny pouch, like one of those little cell phone pouches someone would put on their belt. And it's empty, or at least she thinks it's empty. DM, don't know. And it's the most god-awful, like paisley pattern, but in the most painful, clashing, psychedelic, just horrific colors you've ever seen. This is interesting.
Oh, that's I've heard of that. Hold on 1 second here. It's the psycho something. I can't remember exactly. You take little things and you put them inside of it, and it changes their colors. And they scintillate, and you can throw them at people. I don't remember exactly what happens. Good luck.
All right. Okay. She puts it on her belt and kind of steps back.
Be very careful with it. The bigger the item, the better. The more expensive, the better, I hear.
Interesting.
So you dry it, put a copper in there, and pull it out.
She puts a copper in the bag and then pulls out the copper.
Okay, as you pull out the copper, it turns into a random color. You can choose any color you want. And it's kind of like a small little pulsing strobe. Just sits there and just kind of flashes a little candlelight bright light over and over again every few moments, maybe 2 or 3 times around.
That's different.
Yes. Don't do a platinum.
Well, yeah.
Why?
Well, first I'd have to have a
it'll
platinum.
burn your hand off, maybe. I don't know.
Oh,
It gets very bright and very quick, and it can be very distracting.
Got it. All right. Well, stones and copper and stuff. Sure. Okay. She puts the copper back in the bag.
Okay. That'll wear off in a couple of minutes.
Good to know.
Bonnie.
Bonnie reaches into the bag and pulls out a very slim hematite arm torque jewelry that wraps around your arm that's studded with little tiny pieces of labradorite. Really pretty blue-green stone in the little swirls of the torque. So it just looks like a piece of jewelry. Oh, this is pretty.
Oh, yes. That's a very interesting device.
Should I not put it on then, or should I?
I don't think you should. No, I think it sort of constricts your blood flow. It's great for if you're bleeding or something.
Oh.
I think giants use them for cockring.
Oh. Okay.
That feels presumptuous, Ig.
No, that's where they found it.
So McGilda Giant was like, "Oh God!"
So you're presuming that they all use this then?
Not
Not just
All
4
right,
hours.
a giant made the mistake of putting it on. That's why he died. So don't do it.
Thank you, Rev.
Thank you, Rev, for whatever you've just done.
Donated $15.
Oh my God.
I'm not sure.
It's begun.
All right, Rev.
You set it at a certain level, and it's gonna keep happening.
All right, Rev. Which of the PCs or NPCs in this scene would you like to affect with your $15 donation? Please let us know, and we'll get back.
And I don't have to hold down my push to talk to raise my hand, do I? Because I
No, you
was
don't.
for like.
So Bonnie, the device can be used to stop bleeding and things, to help with healing if you're stuck without things. For the most part, if it's a wound that wasn't bludgeoning, you could use it as a device that would stabilize someone automatically, or you could apply it to a break, and it could act like a splint or something like that. So basically, it's a device to aid in less non-magical healing. Arthur?
Rev is saying it wasn't him.
It wasn't Revington. It was someone named Revoltac.
Oh, we got lots of
Matthew said he said Ig. When you see the notification, guys, just make sure, note
Yeah,
if
I'm supposed to be
someone
able to see that somewhere, and I don't know where. We're gonna get a bot that'll throw it into the thing because it's supposed to do that, and it just doesn't.
Okay.
So I apologize about that. So Ig, all right, we're rolling the wheel on Ig. You guys are gonna do this to every one of my NPCs tonight, aren't you?
Yep.
All right.
Why not? It's entertaining.
We gotta wait for the thing to pop up first. Yeah, there we go.
Oh no.
Bamf.
Bamf.
So Bamf immediately, as Arthur's pulling the item out of the box, Ig just in a puff of smoke and this weird sort of boof sound vanishes.
Should I put it back? What?
Maybe that cleared the blockage.
You hear a few moments later, "That's very helpful," echoing from the bathroom door that is sitting open.
Oh god.
I wish I'd had that yesterday. I wouldn't have needed that diaper.
Oh no.
Don't forget to spray.
We make a incredibly common. Why did you make, Logan, an incredibly common NPC incontinent so that is a constant conversation point? I have I know what I want to pull from the box while Ig is.
I think Arthur was still.
I just pulled my item out.
All right, Arthur, what did you pull out?
It's a piece of paper, and it's one of those things. And I'm going to
Oh, it's
the four corners, and there's 4 different colors, and inside there's 4 numbers, and that's all I've gotten.
What is it made of?
I
don't know. What kind of paper is it made of?
Some sort of very nice parchment. Let's stay with that. So as you're kind of playing around with this little thing, you start to flip it and flop it open and things. What do you choose inside of it?
Yellow, and then 4.
Okay.
Let's do it again. Yeah, pick another number.
And then 7.
7. Okay.
Are we going to have to make a sheet that has all of these computations and permutations?
I think
on
we're just gonna make a cootie catcher.
Okay.
We'll just use it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have one.
So what burning question is on your mind, Arthur?
Is Ig okay? Because I was pulling it out as he bamfed, so that's what that was my question.
Open yellow 4-7. It says, and you hear this out loud. It actually jumps out of your hand and starts to talk at you. Don't count on it. And then it falls down into your hands. He's right.
Okay. I'll set
the torque?
I'm fine. Oh God.
This is a very opportunistic thing. I'll save it for later.
Well, now,
Adelaide, your turn.
I guess my question would be, how often can you use it?
Ig might be able to tell us when he gets out.
That's going to be a while.
Sure thing. Adelaide reaches into the box
Just
and...
hold it in the doorway, I'll tell you.
Do you want to, Arthur?
Oh, yes.
You
What am I holding in the doorway?
Uh,
Is it Adelaide's item or mine?
Yours.
His
So as you hold your
item.
thing, oh, that's Cooters.
I'm not looking. The thing just kind of goes in front of
Just,
the
yeah,
doorway.
over there, yeah. That's Kudos. He's a delightful chap.
He's a
He answers questions and tells fortunes. Most of the time it comes true.
Excellent. Nice to meet you, Cooters.
As you address it, the device says, "Oh, please take me out of here."
I'll work on that.
Adelaide reaches into the lost and found box and
All right.
pulls out a kind of pretty nice fountain pen, like one of those that you hold the button and it sucks up ink kind of fountain pens. So it's this sort of old fountain pen that has kind of nautical imagery in it, in like this little metal inlay across the pen. So it's got like a little I don't know the words. It's got a steering wheel on it, and it's got
A helm.
there you go.
Okay.
But it's got like little, like I said, little nautical imagery, like knots and stuff and things on the pen.
Alright.
Waves. Oh, this is actually pretty nice. I'm sure it does something horrible.
You keep it out of reach of Bonnie. She's something that she would like.
A pen?
Because of the patterns.
Yeah, the nautical theme.
Yeah,
I mean, it's very nice, but I'm not going to steal your pen.
There's like a little
Oh, I didn't
fish
think
on
so.
it.
That would be Merrick, but yeah, he's good. He's safe.
Now,
You can
Arthur,
never steal
let's
from the
not,
party.
let's not stereotype everyone.
No, like he's literally done it to like several times.
Not since we actually joined up and formed a team. Not.
Right.
It was a while before that.
I know. I didn't. Yeah.
A day, at least.
At least.
I'll show it to Ig, Adelaide, and he'll tell me what it is.
Thank you. I appreciate you. Yes. Here.
I'll walk it back over and stick my hand in front of the open door, showing the. And I'll wave it around, giving him
sorry,
some time to
I
think.
was a little busy. Oh, that is I can't quite see it. Could you bring it closer?
So he does. He puts his hands over his eyes and kind of steps in, and he's just gonna walk until he runs into something, probably Ig.
That's close
And then
enough. Thank you. Yes, that is the shit. I just had the name. Hold on. That's the fountain spray pen.
And what does it do?
It sprays things. It doesn't actually work as a pen very well at all. But it has a tendency to soak up liquids and spray them out. It can hold like a gallon of liquid. It's really amazing.
Any liquid?
That's my understanding. Anything that won't destroy the metal.
So no acid is my point.
Does acid dissolve all metals? I have no idea. It's magical, so it might work.
It's a magic item.
Give it a try.
Merrick, I'd be
you
willing
go,
to give
Ed.
it a go. Thank you, Arthur. Much
Thank you,
appreciated.
Egg.
Should we leave you be, Ig?
We can.
I'm sorry, what?
Should we leave you be, Ig?
I'm a little bit busy. You might want to go away for a bit. It's going to get a little
Okay.
intense.
Bye.
Oh, did Bonnie not pull something?
I had the torque.
Yes.
The arm thing.
Yes. Okay. Yes. All right. I forgot. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It was found in such a horrible position. I just didn't want to think about.
Yep. You understand?
Have a good day.
Enjoy your train ride.
Egg.
I hope it goes as well as the last one.
Thanks.
Mhm.
Egg, do you want us to close the door?
No, I prefer it open.
Okay.
I understand. It's better airflow.
I don't like being snuck up on.
Adelaide stares at the door, turns on her heel, and walks like she has blinders on. Exit scene awful.
All right. Well, that happened.
Yeah.
So as you start to leave the building, large amounts of people are starting to gather here for the ceremony for Winston's, the Flumph, and you see Second, who is moving up to every single person or group in there and panhandling for spell components.
Adelaide keeps her eye on the crowd for anyone she might recognize, just sort of casually scanning the room as she walks on the periphery, like leading everyone, like we should just go around.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
All right. You keep you are maintain the ability. You avoid any unwanted attention.
Good.
I'm trying to think the right way to say that.
We GTFO successful.
Yeah.
Get the flump out.
Get the
Good
flump
Get
out.
the flump out.
Good old fashioned dwarvish exit. Let's go.
Just as you are about to make your way out the door, as you're making your way through the door, no one really stops you. Just hear, "My Winston, so," and what at this point, several weeks later, maybe crocodile tears at this point, but the sounds of I forgot his name already.
Gaius Leftrin.
Gaius Leftrin, one of the richest, snobbiest people in.
Little gnome guy.
Mm-hmm.
Big personality.
Yes.
There's going to be hours of that. I can. Let's just keep going.
He'll later. You will find out that he started his speech 7 different times and had to break down and stop and let somebody else go first before he was able to get
Somebody
through.
had to put a cape on his shoulders while he crouches,
yes,
and he's like, "I'm fine."
Before he could get through the 22-minute speech.
It's pretty
Oh, wow.
traditional for a gnomish way.
God.
Well,
For the best that we didn't go.
yeah, we,
So, we have a train to catch, but we have a little time to kill. Is that correct?
That
A
is
little,
correct.
yeah.
You got a few hours before you have to be to your train station.
Is it the same train?
I hope not.
That's
Find
actually
out what happened
well,
on the first train.
that's actually a really good point, you guys. We didn't cover our faces or anything on the last train.
But nobody saw us. It's fine. We're
What do
fine.
you mean? Well, okay, actually, I guess that's true. The one guy's
I
not
was gonna
really
say, I think you murdered or
capable
intimidated
of
everyone who
speech
saw you.
anymore.
And I did save his life too, so he,
Well, hold on a second. Let's go back. Let's go back to the Wayback
Had
Machine and talk about this for a second. You tied him up and threw him into a room where he started to drown, and then you went back and saved his life. So I'm gonna guess you're a little even.
Bro, broke even.
Yeah,
At
exactly.
best.
He's happy to be
The
alive.
bare minimum.
He is happy to be alive, and I do believe you intimidated him a little bit into not saying anything. Which, at least
Fine.
as of right now, you haven't been arrested yet, so.
We just have to be passengers. We sit, things will be calm, and no animal passengers need to be impersonated.
Well, we're not trying to liberate anything from the train.
Right.
That's
It's not a
true.
train job, it's a train trip. Everything's fine.
All right.
Excellent.
I don't know what you all are worried about. I was in the cargo hold the entire time. Nobody ever saw me.
You're like, everything was fine back there.
Well,
Merrick, do you think your mom knows anything about this gauntlet?
Rico might.
Yeah.
That'd be worth checking out.
Well, my worry with Riku is Riku's gonna want
Payment
cut.
for the information.
payment. Yeah.
That's yeah, that's not happening this time. So
Yeah, we could go talk to me, Mum.
I haven't
She
met.
sounds delightful.
Is it mealtime?
I'm sure something could be arranged.
And she's a really good cook.
Are
I
we
do not disagree.
are we imposing if we all go, or would you think she'd prefer something a little bit more,
No,
something a little bit more
she,
intimate?
she's a. No, she's a. She's a public figure. She's
Oh.
she's a known entity within the city, so it's not like you're not gonna blow her cover, as it were.
All right. Well, I'd be interested in meeting her.
Yeah.
Sure.
What's her name again?
It's Liara.
Liara.
That is correct.
Thank you.
She's a
It's been so long since
she's
I
a
went home and visited.
wonderful person.
All
If-
right.
If you
Let's go
speak
check.
Elvish, she enjoys.
That's a good question. I do speak Elvish.
So do I.
Aha.
Thank you, Arthur.
I don't, but I'll eat tasty food.
Well, then lead the way, Merrick. We'll try to keep a low pro.
Low profile.
That's,
right.
that is a very low profile.
The
That
lowest.
was amazing.
Stealth. Natural 20 stealth.
God.
I think Ange froze.
She just bamf. She's in the bathroom with Ig right now.
Okay,
Oh,
and since
God.
enough stop, you can hammer time now.
Just wait for it.
Do, 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 do,
So we're on our way
do,
to
do. So you're on your way over to. I just forgot her name. too.
Liara.
Liana?
Liara.
Liara. I want to say Liana, but it's Liara. Liara's. To the matron of the family in a whoa.
She left.
Uh-oh.
We have no contingency for this.
She back. Hi.
And we're all in the same spot.
And
Huzzah.
because we knew. We love you, Angela.
We had the spacebar
Yeah.
contingency in place the whole
spacebar
time.
contingency was in place, but that was not a spacebar. That was a major hiccup. That was not Angela's fault. That was not Angela's fault at all.
We
Don't
love
forget
it.
to
That was-
smile.
That was internet.
Natalie.
A little
But
bit
she's
of
back.
salt.
That's the important
She's
thing.
back from
She's back.
outer space. She's sort of back.
She's waiting on something. Anyway, we're on our way there, and we get there.
So, Merrick, why don't you describe the home that your mother lives
It is a house on the corner, so you have a vantage point on two ends of the street, or two paths in the street. It's actually 2 stories, 2 stories up. We have the entire section of the building. It's humble in appearance on the outside. It's mostly brick and some exposed wood sills and shutters on the outside, but it's a lot nicer furnished inside. The interior is I wasn't going there, Logan.
No, you said wood sill, and now all I can think of is Angela's character from Callous
Yep.
Heroes,
That's
but
all I
made
heard.
out of wood. Sorry, that's keep going.
Yeah, it's the front stoop is nice and covered. There's a little bit of an entryway. A mailbox actually sits inside of one of the alcoves, so it actually drops inside the house. Yeah, it's an unassuming place, even if it is a bit larger than a lot of the other homes within the city, as far as a connected townhouse is concerned.
Okay. As you approach the house, the smell of garlic and cooking tomato sauce is palpable.
Oh, I forgot.
Okay, that smells good.
Good to be back.
You forgot what?
It might be manicotti night.
What's
It's
a
a giant It's a giant sausage-filled tube covered in red garlic sauce, and it's just
Italian
So good.
aphrodisiac.
it's so good.
Calm down, Arthur.
I'll have 2 or 3.
And there's probably garlic bread, and there's she makes these wonderful little hazelnut chocolate pastries to go with them.
Okay, now I'm
So-
really hungry.
Right? Anybody else want manicotti now?
You're welcome. And sorry.
Yes, now I do.
So Merrick will go and fish out the key for the front door and open it wide and walk in and say,
Mum, I brought friends home.
As you walk in, she turns and smiles. What does your mom look like?
she is middle-aged. I think I might have said elven or half-elven woman. Hair has just started to go gray. There's a couple of laugh lines around her eyes. I forget what color of hair I might have specified previously. So she has changed it to a dark coal color. She's got light green eyes, kind of darker complected, as if she'd like spent a lot of time in the sun. Very well dressed, probably wearing one of her aprons that has some sort of clever saying on it.
Okay.
Hands are like the backs of her hands are covered in scars. It's yeah.
Okay. As you come in, she turns and she goes, "Oh, Mary Moo!" And she comes over and gives you a big hug and a kiss on the cheek. And Arthur, and she gives you a big hug.
Hello.
She kind of pulls you in. And who are these?
I'll introduce them each in Elvish. This is Val and Adelaide and
Val, and
Bonnie.
you get a big hug and a kiss on the cheek.
Oh, hi.
The same for Adelaide and Bonnie in turn.
Adelaide says,
Come. I knew that you were coming. And she kisses Mark on the cheek.
You know,
Well, I knew someone was coming. I've got something.
right? Smells.
So she goes in and has you sit in the kitchen, which also has a huge dining room table in it. And she has you sit down there, and she pops open one of the ovens, and inside is 2 large pans that each are filled with garlic bread. They're just perfectly browned and crisp. She pulls them out and puts them on top, brings them right over the table, just puts them right on the table. She pats Merrick and points up to the wall where you see a new clock on the wall. It's kind of like an old sort of cuckoo clock, but there's no minute hand. There's only a single hand on it, and it has numbers from 1 to 20.
And is it currently set to a number north of 6?
Right now, it is 5.
Well, that's clever.
Some sort of divination magic. It tells me how many guests I'm going to have. So I know I didn't make enough. I haven't gone to the store today yet.
What do you need? I can go.
It's all right. Then I'm sure that. Well, I'm sure this will be fine. I made extra of other things.
Perfect, as always.
Everything
That
smells really
amazing.
good.
Thank you.
As you see all the prep, Merrick, you're very right. It is that is the work that she's doing for the evening's meal. But right now, she has seemed to have made some sort of just simple sort of spaghetti dish for the for this. And as she's just finishing up with the hot water and pouring it out, she pours out a large vat full of noodles into a large colander, and has a pot big enough to fit Merrick in, that looks like it's cooking red sauce up on the counter, on the stove.
The smells are very tempting, but I go up to the clock and just start studying it. Ma'am, so do you need to keep it in one place for a while? Like, how does this... What's...
No clue, dear. I just pay for it and hope and pray that it works.
Has it been accurate so
Well,
far?
insist. Well, I just got it yesterday, so yes, 5 of you, and it's 5.
That is a lovely little...
I like to think so.
little device.
Yeah, that's handy.
Was not expecting there to be any truth to it, but it was a good price.
It's less handy than most clocks, though.
Yes, it is.
Would you mind if I took a couple notes? I'm very curious about the clock.
She kind of looks to Merrick just to kind of get a read on.
Proctor.
Well, sure. Any friend of Marimu's? She goes back and starts dishing up everybody a gigantic bowl of spaghetti and sauce.
Is there anything I can do to help? I feel bad imposing like this.
Guests do not help in the kitchen.
Yes,
They
ma'am.
do the dishes after.
I can
Guests are
definitely...
guests. Guests sit and eat and talk. Wine?
I'll go get it.
Did you grow up here, Marimu?
It's a new one. She hasn't used that one yet.
Bonnie just kind of grins and watches Merrick leave.
Liara, what are some of the other names that he was referring to there as he walked away?
Go ahead, Kyle. Give me 3. Or if anybody has one.
Marbear.
Marbear. I like Marbear.
Mars Capan.
Marzipan. That's adorable.
Or Mars Capone, maybe.
Or marzipan.
Because mobster.
Those all
it
work.
works in two it works in two ways.
Those are all like different variations on the same. So we need one.
Pookie.
Pookie. All right. Those.
You're welcome, Kyle.
Those are definitely going on my character sheet, and I'm real
As
bad
aliases.
about it.
We probably won't let you forget them, so.
Oh no.
Only if Merrick is being a shit will I bust out Pookie.
Fen, can you clip that? Thank you.
That's just Adelaide. I'm gonna just do it whenever.
Yes, Fennec, I was referring to Rent.
Oh, did I hear a Rent reference? All right.
I said Pookie.
Ah, yes.
I was referring to Rent
yeah,
when I
all
said
right.
it.
Liara, may I have seconds, please?
Of course.
It's still full, Arthur. Are
You
you
finished the
preemptively prepping?
first
Yes. No, it's gone. I
Do you
wasn't
have
waiting for the wine.
Do you have a bag of holding for a stomach?
No. Did
Nothing
you
wrong
see
with
how
healthy
many
appetites.
scuttle claws I've eaten?
What was that?
Uh,
In here?
There's nothing wrong with a healthy appetite.
We really do
I wink.
appreciate you entertaining us. They are. Thank you.
So, what brings
Yes.
you here today? Besides my little Pookie.
You do.
Should I grab the 03 or the 04?
We should probably wait till Pookie gets back.
It is afternoon, and we're having spaghetti with guests. The
Right,
03.
the 11. Oh, sorry.
No, the 11 would be fine, actually.
All right. Thup, 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 thup.
We were hoping to avail ourselves of your expertise and see if maybe you knew something of value about a task we're being sent on.
I am at your disposal.
Well, have you ever heard of a minor noble, Susan the Lesser, from
A
Alaris?
well-deserved title.
Do you know anything of her?
Quite a lot.
Is
Very
that a
full of
bad
herself.
thing?
We've had dealings once or twice. Why?
Well, she's procured the services of the Birchfield Institute to retrieve an artifact for her.
Yep, which means we got the
I
job.
didn't know that the Birchfield was for hire.
It's my understanding that when someone has enough money to buy, say, a wing or a library collection or something, they want to slap their name on it. The Birchfield makes exceptions.
Interesting.
We don't know a whole lot about it. We're the bottom of the totem pole.
For now.
True.
Adelaide points at Bonnie like,
Opportunity is always knocking. You just gotta know where to listen.
Sounds like on someone's rear end.
Well,
Oh, we had a lot of that today. Poor egg.
yeah.
So, let me tell you a little about Susan the Lesser.
yes, please.
First off, she's extremely full of herself.
She's noble. That went without saying.
No, some nobles are all right. Some are mean. She's just full of herself. Everything she does, everything she is for herself. So whatever you're doing, understand that it's for her gain. Anything she tells you, anything she asks of you, make sure you get paid well. She kind of looks at Merrick when she says,
That's good to know.
We'll make sure we aren't taken advantage of. It's excellent advice.
it
Adelaide,
seems to me that working for an organization like that, that's all you can.
Adelaide, are we allowed to ask for a side take?
Thirds?
Well, yes.
Oh.
Thirds is.
You mean-
I've got a couple more bites, but yes.
What do you mean, Arthur?
Like, is she paying the institute or us?
That wasn't clear. Logan, was this that she hired proctors and we're getting paid by her, or did she enlist the institute and they just told us to go do it and we get paid internally?
This is an institute event.
Okay. We're doing this on behalf of the institute. The institute is getting paid. We benefit from just completing it like any other mission. We'll get compensated after and all the perks that
Compensated well for your time and the danger.
No.
No, we definitely didn't for the last one. Although,
No.
Might make one wonder why you're doing it. You each
yeah,
have skills, according to Marek.
there are other motivations beside coin.
I said compensated. I didn't say money.
Oh, that's true.
If I didn't know better, it sounds like you were poaching us.
Oh. No. She gets up to the table and heads back into the other side of the kitchen. Pulls up and brings out a gigantic plate of about 50 cannoli.
Jesus. That's like...
Arthur, only ever 2. Trust me on this.
Arthur, there's a concept called daily percentage calorie intake. It's really important.
All right, all right.
I mean, if you're gonna go work it off by going out adventuring and running
So
around,
you got to
There
train
is-
for the next.
There
is
is no working that off.
There is no. It goes straight to the bottoms of your feet, and it's like lead. It just sits. You put 1 and then 2, and then where are you going to put the third? It has to go somewhere else, and you don't like where it goes.
Okay, all right. I'll take
Honey's
your word.
eyebrows start to raise and then immediately lower.
As you've all been talking, Val has 1 in each hand, and she's already halfway through them. We're not supposed to eat this many.
2. You can eat 2. We'll be sleeping on the train. It's fine. It's
They
fine.
can have as many as they want.
It was more of a word of caution.
Something wrong with my food? You don't like my
Nothing is
cannolis?
wrong.
It's too good, ma'am.
It's more than great, especially when you put the nutmeg on it.
You're going on a train. Where are you headed? Oh, to see this woman, I suppose.
Yes.
Alaris.
It's gotta be better than the Underdark.
I'll make you something. So you don't have to eat the train food.
Could
Very
you?
kind of you, thank you.
Thank you.
Wait, you guys got food?
Yes, I'll make a little extra.
Thank you.
We brought you a sandwich. You don't remember?
Yeah, I know. I remember.
Evidently, it wasn't memorable. So my mom was right.
It's nowhere near as good as your mom's cooking, that's for sure. This is very, very flavorful and wonderful. It sure beats fish every night. I'm envious, Merc.
I mean, Mum always says that there's room at the table for more, and evidently she knows to expect us from now on. I would be more than pleased to have you as my guests in the evenings for dinner. I'm not going to eat you, having you for guests to eat dinner that has been prepared.
I think we understood that cannibalism was not on the table.
I had to specify for one of the party.
Mm-hmm.
Bonnie just kind of has leaned back at that and just slightly flushes, but also is grinning at the same time. With a slight eyebrow raise and just a little quick like, oh really?
At the risk of prying too much, Merrick, was it always just you and your mother? Do you have any siblings or anything like that?
Oh sure. I was the last one that she adopted. She has done the same for lots of the pads. She's like that, if you couldn't tell. But
I sensed that, yes.
We all want to contribute to the family,
That's nice.
Mm-hmm.
That's fantastic.
Mm.
Sorry, I feel like I'm prying.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
She would probably like one of the scones.
Probably. She is right here, so you don't have to talk about her
Sorry.
in the third person.
When does your
I
train
assumed you
leave?
went to go prep something.
Gee, you're in the kitchen.
Shortly, actually. We should probably get going.
Yeah, Adelaide checks the tickets. How much time do we have?
Couple of hours.
Not too long.
I'm going to run to the store. I'll be back.
All right.
and she heads out.
All right.
She seems nice enough.
She's wonderful, but there's something that you have to understand. After the third meal, you're not guests anymore.
Got it.
Okay.
But does that mean Arthur's not a guest anymore?
No, this is
This
only
is the second time,
my second time.
to my
All right,
knowledge.
so what happens after the third meal?
She puts you to work.
That's fine. She
I
doesn't
would
want
work
me near,
for her.
Fine.
she doesn't want me near the stove, but I'll cut stuff.
So will she.
Merrick, are you saying that there's an obligation after being a guest, like criminal obligation?
No, it's more of a tacit understanding of what you're expected to contribute in exchange for the hospitality that has been provided.
Good to know.
I would
Looking
happily-
forward to it.
I would happily learn to cook from your mom, because the only thing I know how to make is fish.
Would it be something where, like, if we bring ingredients to offset what we're eating? Or is it something like she wants us to help her with a job kind of thing?
My mum's motives are her own. Little column
But
A,
it's not
little
outside the
column B.
realm of possibility.
Of course not. I found you.
And we're glad you did.
Very glad.
Adelaide is very pensive for the rest of their private meeting after this discussion.
Okay. Anything you guys need or want to talk about? Should we skip forward a little bit?
Nothing for me.
Does everybody have everything they need? Do we need to pack anything else up?
I was hoping to get some marzipan for dessert, but
The
is that-
cannoli didn't count as a dessert, Arthur.
No. Well, no, there was only 2 of them.
Do you know how much butter and cream goes into something like that?
Always not enough.
I like that. That's a good rule of thumb.
Arthur, do you need anything for that that artifact that you got that needs you to sacrifice things in order to like use its ability? I'm talking
I've
about
got
the rod of the pack keeper.
I've got a couple scrolls.
Okay. All right, so you have something.
Either
All right,
that
just
or,
wanna
I
make
mean,
sure we're not-
it's that or half of my life. It's fine.
We're
Oh,
not gonna do that one.
Oh, I forgot
The
about
scrolls is fine.
that. Eat up on the cannoli. If that's
Yeah. Any
Build
meal
up
may
your
be my
hit
last.
He cannoli may be his last. Oh Lord.
You are not allowed to use the artifact you actively volunteered to use as an excuse to eat more cannolis. You're not allowed to guilt us into giving you things because of that. You chose this.
Logan, are you looking for the song I think you're looking for? You had it. That's the one where it starts out with the chorus. Yeah, just give it a second.
Okay.
You're welcome.
All right. So a little while later, Merrick's mom, Liara, comes back. She has a basket full of different things, including a couple of very large loaves of bread sticking out of the top and a large salami and a few other things. And she goes to work while just sort of singing and humming some tunes that Merrick is fairly used to, making light conversation. Anything anybody wants to ask her or talk to her about?
I want to ask Merrick a question quietly. Sure. Does the brown bag lunch count as 2?
It depends on what she puts into the lunch.
I'll consult you later.
If there is a very, very small honey cake, then it counts as 2. If there is not a very, very small honey cake, then it might not count as 2.
Understood.
I'm gonna glance up at the clock. Has it changed?
Nope.
Then yeah, I don't really have anything more. I'll take some notes on the clock and basically just like, it does this. Divination magic? Question mark. Does it need attunement to location or person or something like that? Like basically just all the questions that Adelaide had about that magic item, she writes it down.
Bonnie is just out of habit and has the violin and is just kind of nervously tuning and like she does normally when she's not sure what to do with herself, she starts playing a little bit just softly so it's not, interfering with anybody else's conversations.
So during all of this, she pulls out some chicken, starts roasting it. She's got 3 different types of bread. She has some roasted. She starts roasting some pork and grilling some portobello mushrooms, along with several types of salamis and hams and prosciutto and things.
Screw hero power fantasies. We have food fantasies here at Shenanigans.
Seriously.
My mouth has been watering for like a solid hour.
In the end, you walk away with 5 unique sandwiches that are all about 2 or 3 meals worth of food. One is a chicken parmesan sandwich. Another one is a roasted chicken caprese sandwich. An Italian ciabatta sandwich is a tradition of all the different meats. Roasted pork and broccoli hoagie. And then grilled portobello sandwich. That's the one vegetarian option.
This feels excessive, but I'm not gonna.
And she packs those up along with it, and then in addition to that, wraps up a few of the cannoli to send with you. She does mention the items that Merrick had talked about earlier, but she says that she didn't have time to make them.
Honey cake.
And, yeah, the honey cakes. And says next time.
Thank you so much for the hospitality.
Yeah,
In
thank you.
Elvish. In Elvish, Bonnie will say, "It was really wonderful to meet you. Thank you."
Good luck.
Yes.
Don't
Thank you.
say hello to Susan the Lesser for me.
Noted.
She kind of makes him kind of look to Mary.
I'm not sure I understand. Should I kill her? Is that what that one? Is that what that was? Do you want me to?
Just don't use my name.
Perfect.
And as the 5 of you start to head out, Merrick, stick around for a moment.
I'll meet you guys outside.
Sounds good.
I'm in trouble.
She comes over and she starts straightening your hair a little. Straightens your collar and kind of brushes you off. Licks her thumb and takes a smudge off your. Talk to me about Bonnie.
She.
That was enough. Thank you. No. I've got all the information I need. And she turns and she just starts walking back, which is a very traditional sign that the conversation is.
I'm terrified now.
Thanks, Mum.
Mm-hmm. Safe trip.
Italian moms mean business.
Eyes open.
I took
which
a
is
bottle of the
traditional thing
27.
that she. Okay.
Oh, she was. You know that you know that your mother's spit is one of the most caustic chemicals on the planet. I've got swipes right here. They're just. I'm all.
With
You
a
want me to
complete
press to
straight,
digitate it?
with a complete,
No, it's fine.
completely
just-
straight face,
just-
Adelaide slowly lifts her fountain pen.
Not loud enough so that anybody can hear. Arthur says, "Lucky."
Oh hell!
We've got a train to catch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Adelaide eyes the brown bag lunch. Like,
Yeah. Merrick, there's enough stuff in here for like 2 meals. Does this count as more than one?
Oh, this is
No.
a meal. Oh,
no honey cakes.
can I trade?
Did she call you honey cakes too when you were younger?
No, that would have been too confusing for a child.
Hmm.
I would like to
I
trade
wanna
my
eat honey cake.
vegetarian sandwich with somebody.
That.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yo, she definitely did not give you the vegetarian sandwich.
Uh-huh.
Yours would have been probably like just double stacked with meat.
Never mind. It's you guys got them. I didn't. She knows me well.
Huh, hold on a second. Oh no, never mind. You don't have to roll. Adelaide got the vegetarian sandwich.
All right. It feels like less of a commitment. I'm fine with it. You said no honey cake, and it's fine.
as far as obligations are concerned, but have you? You'll see.
Your mom is delightful, by the way.
That's a word.
Yeah, I like her.
I will think about coming back here.
She's an
Well-
excellent host.
Oh,
Let's put it that way.
no question.
Yeah, well, I mean, I said I like her. I didn't necessarily say I trust her 100%. Those are not the same thing.
Just word of the wise. If she ever asks you to do something for her, it's best to say yes and to follow through.
And how fast?
She'll specify.
Feels like Merrick's unintentionally giving Arthur advice that he doesn't want to be giving Arthur.
Right?
No, that one's for your own good.
They call her praying mantis.
Let's go to the train.
Yeah. Somebody else should
Sounds
talk
good.
to the train attendant. Not me this time. You know what happened last time.
Yes.
I'll give
Yeah.
a go at just straight up honesty.
Yeah, we're literally just getting on a train.
That may work.
We're just going to Alaris. That's all we're doing. We literally don't have to do anything else on the train except sit on it and go from one place to another. So we should hopefully
Let's-
not fuck this up.
Let's just enjoy ourselves. Adelaide trying very hard to diffuse Val's slight defensiveness.
Is there a bookshop at the train station?
There's got to be an Ashport gift shop.
I was going to say, yeah, there's the train station where it's at now, because it's going to become such a, it already has immediately became a huge center for commerce. There's probably several shops right along that whole area. There's a whole little strip mall developing there. So that bookshop, absolutely.
So what Merrick would like to do is go in and locate the mystery section and find
Sure.
the newer volume of Puppies of Mystery.
A new edition or the next in the series?
The next in the series. The next.
Well, okay. So what book were
We're past 37.
So let's go with 40.
Okay, so
We're
what was-
past
what-
37 in Cinderhaven. We're in the past, so we may be on like 3 or 4 at this point.
Oh, that's fair. Let's go with number 5. Puppies and
What's the
Mystery.
name of that?
Murder Most Muddy.
I like it.
Murder Most Muddy.
Like muddy paw prints.
Oh, see, I was thinking muddy, like MUTTY, like mutt puppies.
Mutty.
Oh, there you go.
How about a Murder Most Spotty? And it's like the head of a dog with the spot eye, but it's silhouette.
Sure.
Matthew, yes.
Matthew,
There we go.
beautiful.
Murder Most
Perfect.
Howl.
Perfect.
There we go.
Yeah, that's
A murder
way
most-
better.
I think
Murder
Matthew is the new Lemony Snicket of the
Yes.
Puppies of Mystery series.
Yes. Matthew
Here,
gets
Murder
the-
Most Hell is meant to mean a dog's. So he'll buy the book and then just kind of put it in his pack for now. Well, that'll Chekhov's gun.
Okay. Put the Chekhov's gun in your.
Mm-hmm.
But then, what do you do with it? No. So you put it in your bag. You have Puppies of Mystery, Volume 5, A Murder Most Howl. I love that name, Matthew. Thank you so much. You do so much for us, and we do so little for you. All right. What's next? Anything else you guys need to shop for before you head on to the train?
No.
Nothing I can predict.
All right. As the train arrives to the station, it is small. It is an engine, no coal car because they don't use coal. They use special alchemical items called firestones. Is that what we call them? Firestones? I think we call them firestones. That they drop into the
Alchemical.
engines that heat the water. What's that? I missed it.
I said alchemical.
Alchemical items, yes. And then it is 4 cars for passengers and a dining car. They have no cargo space here. So it seems like this is just maybe a commuter. It's faster than most other trains, but still not incredibly fast, but much faster than taking, say, a caravan. Train pulls up. They ask you to come aboard. It is only a short trip. There are no sleeper cars, just seating. But all the seating is very luxurious and nice, and the carpet is well maintained. Although not a brand new cars, they are extremely nice and well taken care of. Beautiful blue carpeting in each room or in each area, along with just wood details and. Very nice windows.
Merrick is going to sidle up next to wherever Arthur is seated.
I'd be sitting probably in the dining car.
All right.
So I know that you've been feeling a bit out of sorts with what happened, so I wanted to get you something to appease or assuage. I'm not sure what your opinion of the afterlife is. I know with your particular inclinations that it definitely touches on it somewhat. So here, and he pulls out the Puppies and Mystery book and slides it over, and it's like, in case you thought the guard was, a train attendant was pissed or something, that you could, pass that along, or, maybe it was one that you hadn't read yet, and it might make you feel not remembering that he died, and that you, enjoy.
I'm speechless. Arthur literally is speechless. He's just looking down at it and he picks it up. Well, at least I have something to hit somebody over the head with. So. After I'm done reading it, of course. and I'll start reading it and eating some sandwiches.
All right. Like literally 2 hours ago. I love that. All right.
Bonnie's gonna find herself a seat by the window and start looking out to see more of the countryside as it goes by. Oh
Thing
goodness!
just happened. 24. Oh my gosh. Uh-oh. All right, Matthew. Let's hear this NPC. It doesn't pop up with the thingy. I don't know why it doesn't pop
We're
up.
on a train,
We'll fix
which
that.
is great.
Oh, yeah. No, absolutely. Matthew, thank you very much for the $25 donation. We're going to introduce a new NPC. Go ahead and put it in chat because the thing is not popping up and telling us what it's supposed to. I apologize about that. We will get that fixed by next... No. Okay, we'll try to get it fixed by next time. Got a lot going on this week. But yeah, go ahead and put whatever it was in chat. The name, race, minor appearance real quick, and a little information about some maybe motive or why they're there or what they're doing. Or you can DM me as well. That's an opportunity. Sorry, guys.
Okay.
No.
So they come around, they check your tickets, and they thank you for coming along on the train. We actually had a train company name, and we'll have to pull that up because I don't remember what it was. There you go.
The Stone Coast Railway.
Stone Coast Railway.
Stone
Yeah.
Coast Railway, Kyle.
Was that the episode where you told Alexa interrupted you and Adelaide,
Yes.
Kyle get bent? Yeah, that was awesome.
All right,
Oh
so
my
the
God, Matthew,
doors,
that's amazing.
the doors behind you as you're getting set to leave, are starting to close, and you hear one of the porters yell, "No, wait, one more!" And as the doors reopen, you see breaching through the entryway this extremely exquisite, kind of almost sparkly pastel pink horn jutting off of the front of this brilliant white horse head. As the horse starts to try to push and walk its way up the steps, only getting stuck about halfway. Its haunches they can't quite make it through this doorway. One of the porters comes over, and this horse has this unicorn has this strange bandolier that looks like it's got pockets on it. And they get kind of stuck about halfway. This unicorn looks a little perturbed. You've never seen a horse look perturbed before, at least not to the point of this level of personification. And he looks around and says, "Hey, what is going on here? Why are these doors so tiny?" And none of the porters seem to be around at this point. They seem to have disappeared. It's just the five of you there with this stuck unicorn as the one porter that was there ran off to get his supervisor.
Is it in heat?
What?
Can't believe how tiny these doors are. Why? Why do they do this?
Because they didn't have a magnificent creature of your proportions in mind.
What do you mean by proportions?
I feel you, man. I have to duck every frickin' time I go between
It's
the cars.
horrible, I tell you. It's horrible.
Yeah.
The name's Brindlehooves.
Brindlehooves.
I'm Bonnie.
Yeah.
I'm Val. Nice to meet you.
Arthur. Hoof pump or what?
I prefer to shake hands.
Oh, okay.
And he has a little mage hand pops out of a little pocket. It's like gloved. And it comes over and shakes your hand. It's got a nice like leather glove.
If he uses mage hand, I create my mage hand and shake his mage hand.
As your mage hand appears and comes over, he goes, "Whoa, not gloved?" Then his mage hand pulls out another glove and hands it to
you. I'll slide it on.
All right, that's better.
Adelaide has gloves.
Best gift ever.
I don't. Yeah, you can definitely keep that after you've had that inside. No, I'll shake a flesh hand. It's just the magic. I don't.
I'm charmed. Adelaide Chaucer.
I'm sorry for the delay, but I hope you're blaming the train and not me.
Of course.
Yeah, no, it's fine. They need to be prepared for these things. Not all riders on the train are going to be the
There's a lot
same
of sentient
size.
creatures in this world, not just human.
That's
Right.
true.
Very true.
Some of my best friends are centaurs. They're a little freaky looking, though.
Well, and even some of the humanoids aren't going to fit through that door. Like we've got a friend down that's named Abe's. He's this giant bugbear dude. He's not going to fit through that door.
That's true.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They need to make these doors. Sometimes they have nice open sort of places with that I can lay down with some hay and stuff, but they don't have that on this. I have to come in.
You would think that if someone had a large reduce spell, they could widen the opening as needed.
That would be very nice. Yes, that would be great. I wouldn't even mind them doing it to me in these special circumstances, but they don't seem to offer that. It's very frustrating. Where are you guys headed? Alaris?
Yeah.
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 Yep.
Oh, that's great. What are you gonna do?
Taking the sights and just kind of, get away for a little while. The city's kind of oppressing sometimes, so a little vacation sounded nice.
We hope to be there just in time for tea.
Yes, that'll be very nice. I don't drink tea myself.
Oh, what's that?
I just don't like the taste.
Sure, that's fair.
I like coffee or the blood of my enemies. That's really nice.
All right. That's
There.
that is a beverage. That is a
Indeed.
beverage that happens.
Yeah. I assume you mean the cocktail
have
that's
that
got
on
like
a
blood
t-shirt?
oranges and stuff in it, right?
The blood of my enemies. That's a beverage that happens.
That's a beverage that happens.
It's also a spell component, so
Sorry, Val, what did you say?
He said, "You mean the cocktail, right? The one with the blood oranges in it?"
No, I mean the actual blood of my enemy, mostly humanoids. But I'll tell you know, whatever.
Val, is there a cocktail called the blood of my enemies?
Yeah, it's really popular at the Nights of Joy and Sorrow. It's got like blood oranges and tequila, and what was that?
Hey,
other
I've got a
thing
friend
that
in
was
that.
red. Oh yeah, grenadine.
Yeah, I
Because the
got
blood
a
oranges
friend
aren't
that-
always sweet
grenadine
enough.
is gross. I have
Well,
a
they
friend
just-
over
they add it for
in
the
the Knights
color.
of the Sorrow.
What's your friend's name?
Winky.
Oh yeah, I've met Winky. He's cool.
Yeah, he's not.
Logan, I have an idea.
Oh, that's frightening.
Great. Bring it.
What are the doors made out of?
Wood.
Okay, so not metal.
They might be metal. Hold on. Actually, that makes sense. That would make more sense, huh? They are metal indeed. Yes.
Okay.
What are you gonna do?
I would like to heat the metal up and bend it slightly so I can open
With
it.
what?
You realize
Heat
his
metal.
haunches are stuck in this.
Well, yeah, I would like try and ease a
You'll
blanket
take
between
burn damage.
I
No,
can
no, no.
heal it afterwards.
Just do the hinges.
Oh, good plan. Just the hinges.
It's the
yeah.
door frame itself that he's.
are
Oh,
you going to be able to fix it after?
Oh,
So the door
absolutely.
can-
Yeah.
We don't
I'd
want
really
something
rather
falling
not
out.
be burned if that's okay with you.
It seems to me that you could just use some sort of lubricant like an oil or something and it would help him get through the door frame.
Or they could just
Oh.
open the door a little bit bigger, or somebody could like shrink me a little. That'd be.
I do have
If
some
I had
oil.
that spell, I would love to be able to help.
None of us are wizards, so I'm
No.
sorry.
I do have some oil though. We could try it if you want. It's just lamp oil. It's nothing fancy, but it might work.
Will that make my coat look shiny?
Probably.
Of course.
Probably.
All right. Well, I am going over there to Alaris to get to go to my groomer. So that might be nice.
Your groomer, is that what you said?
I'm gonna get my hooves and horn done.
Nice.
Nice.
Just
But yeah,
All
I'm
right.
thinking about my coat done. So all right, go ahead, oil me up. Let's see what we can do.
you just want to be careful because you'd
Okay.
be very flammable afterwards.
Well, Bonnie
Oh,
can
hate
press
the
it.
metal
I can
after the
prestidigitate it off.
unicorn is-
Yeah, Bonnie can use that prestidigit something to get things
All
off, right?
Let's do this. I appreciate
All
your.
right.
What do I need?
Just hold still. And I take out my flask of oil and I dump
easier
some
said
around
than
the
done.
edges.
All right, so you start to put oil around him, and then he kind of starts to try to wedge and squeak his way through. It looks like he's starting to make a little progress, but he's I don't have enough leverage here. He can start slipping on the stairs, the metal stairs things. Maybe one of you push. That might.
I'll push anything to get this over with. So,
Hey, the people pay good money for this. You better let's just calm down there. So you slide out one of the windows and go and start pushing from behind. Arthur, give me a strength check.
None of strength is everybody's dumb static Val, so I didn't Val volunteer.
He beat me to it.
It's not my dumb
All
step,
right,
but
that's
I'm not great at it.
So as you sit there and you're like pushing, the porter and the supervisor are walking back up. They see this you pushing on this oily unicorn ass, just like your hand slipping a little bit as you try to get purchased. You got to get your shoulder into it a little bit.
I make sure they slip outwards.
Yep. Is oily unicorn ass another cocktail? I'm not aware.
Yes, the oily unicorn ass is another cocktail. And you kind of, as that one last time when you're pushing really hard, you slip, you hit just hard enough to just, and he pushes right on through. His leg just kind of jutting straight back at this kind of weird angle as he just twists enough to get inside. Oh, perfect! Oh, thank you. And he just clomps up the
More than welcome
into the thing. I really appreciate that. I don't, you have no idea how good that is. I'm gonna. But I am going to insist that they widen these doors before the next time I need to ride. It does look shiny.
Yeah.
I got a nice shiny ass now. I like that.
And a massage.
A little bit, yeah.
I'll have a pleasant trip.
All right, I got to get back to my card. Have a good one.
You too.
Mm-hmm.
And he
Nice
starts
meeting
walking
you.
towards the back and heads into another car.
What was his
I'll say
name?
hi to Winky for you.
Glitter
His
hoops.
name was
Brindlehooves.
Brindle hoops.
I really hope that I did that okay, Matthew. This is a new thing for us.
Yeah. Hopefully we meet up with him
I
again.
love it. This is hilarious. Oh, Brindlehooves is definitely making another appearance. Absolutely. I love
Spend the next
Brindlehooves.
5 episodes on this damn train. Brenda Hooves makes a prominent featured appearance every time.
I'm the engineer.
He's slowly
Thank you,
pulling a
Beth.
coup on the train. Just taking
God, what was that?
It's a
It was-
follow.
That was a follow.
I love that you did this to us, Logan.
I gotta
You
change the
created
audio
this-
so they're not all the same. That's the thing.
Sense of dread that happened.
Thank you,
I love it.
Mark.
It's great. Thank you, Matthew, so much for making us really understand what that's going to feel like. The first one came really soon. The second one I was expecting because I knew my wife was going to do that. This one was out of the blue, and I absolutely love it. It was perfect. All right, so you guys continue on your train ride to this place. Is there anything you need to do or want to do or talk about before you get there?
Do we know where to find her?
She's a noble. We can ask around. I'm sure it wouldn't be very difficult to find her estate.
It's true.
That's true.
At minimum, there's a social register we could find, I'm sure.
I mean, she's already paid, so she's probably expecting us. She might
Ooh,
even
maybe
have
it's
someone
on the
waiting
carriage
for us.
waiting.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe
It's
there'll
us.
be a little
Mine's-
there'll be a person with a little sign that says Birchfield Institute. Coming to pick us up.
I think that's wishful thinking, given that everyone's
Right.
basically told us this woman doesn't do anything unless it benefits her.
Well, maybe there'll still be a VIP sign. Very important proctors.
Oh, that's assuming that other proctors haven't taken it already.
Like last time.
Mm-hmm.
Thanks again for the novel, Mary.
Oh, you're welcome. It's best not to leave a story unfinished.
I wonder how many of these there could possibly be. This story is very good so far.
It doesn't show any signs of stopping, really.
It's hard to say.
Adelaide takes a seat in a open booth and props her feet up across the booth seat and grabs her book bag.
Oh, yes.
Her bountiful book bag, and just like, please be something good. Don't be about puppies. And she will reach into the book bag and pull out her once a week random tome.
All right, go ahead and give me a roll.
This is the first roll I have done this entire episode. I love our show.
You rolled for deceit.
Oh,
did.
that's right. I rolled shit.
A
That's
3.
That's 78.
78.
Man, the rumble of the train's really lulling me to sleep.
Shush.
No, it's late for me. I'm trying.
Oh. The Gates of Black Creek is a nonfiction book about a place called Black Creek. It is not quite a tourist guide. It's more like a historical manual, but you've never heard of this place or any of the places mentioned within.
Ooh, all right.
Seems older.
How do I
seems,
know it's nonfiction then? If I've never
because it's
heard
too
of anything.
clinical.
Okay.
The way it talks about places, if it's fictional, it's boring fiction. It's just sort of a list of things and places and the founder of our story, and here's the lineage and this and that. But remember, all of these books are literally forgotten.
So
Any book that is pulled from it is a book that doesn't necessarily exist anymore.
So it's either an actual history text or it's the Silmarillion, is what you're saying.
But, oh, come on. That's mean.
It's
It
of
was
Balerion and its
never
realms.
finished. It was never quite
Yes.
finished. That was...
So
That doesn't make
This
it
is-
less dry.
but
this
it
is the
wasn't meant to
history
be.
of
Whatever.
Black
All right, moving on.
Creek.
The Gates of Black Creek.
All right. Well, then Adelaide will skim through it.
Learn
see if,
about Black
if
Creek.
there's anything
A place
intriguing.
lost to time.
Yeah.
While the book itself has been forgotten by anyone living, it does not necessarily mean that the place has. But it doesn't mean it hasn't been either.
Well, then she will proceed to read up on it and make a note to show it to somebody at the Institute another time. Maybe
Right.
that will lead to something interesting.
Excellent.
She spends a good chunk of the train ride reading that.
Sure.
She'll engage if anybody talks to her, but she's clearly in her little book cubby.
So you have several hours of time besides the two that are reading. What are the rest of you?
Taking in the scenery, playing my violin if it doesn't bother anybody.
You seem to be the only ones in this.
Napping.
Bonnie's the fantasy equivalent of someone who's playing the music on their phone without headphones. Like on the train.
Only because I can't, you know,
I'm just
I
using-
don't have fantasy headphones.
Fancy headphones.
Obviously, if anybody was like,
Yes.
that's bothering.
I didn't want to run over anybody. Merrick's gonna kind of explore the rest of the train, see what else is on there, see if he can figure out where Brindlehooves is holed up, and yeah, just gonna explore.
Well, you guys are on
train.
the second car. So there's the car, passenger car in front of you. Then so you're basically in the middle of the train. Then there's a couple of cars behind you. The third, I guess there were 4 passenger cars. So you're second out of 6. Third out of 6. So then you got 2 more passengers. As you go back to the third passenger car, again, this one is fairly empty. There's a couple of people in here. They make polite conversation. They are traveling to the same city. Seems like a very popular place to be going. They seem to be innocuous at best. And as you head into and open the door between the cars into the last one, you hear Brindlehove's or the last passenger car. You hear Brindlehove's balking that there is no seating for him inside of the dining car, and insisting that the porters bring him his food here as he lays on the floor of this car. Along with that, there seems to be a couple of families here in this car. One is two women and their child. It's a baby that they are taking turns passing back and forth and holding and trying to keep relaxed on this train ride, although it seems to be doing okay. And then the other one is a mother, her husband, and their three children, all ages between 2 and like maybe 6. And they are less calm and much more raucous.
Okay.
The daughter keeps wanting to come over and pet the unicorn. Or you can go onto the dining car.
I'm gonna interact with the 2-year-old.
Okay. You
So
wanna...
I have a youthful appearance, so
Okay.
So if the 2-year-old's like getting fussy or whatever, you said that they're all kind of being raucous and
Yeah, they're just kind of running around. The parents don't seem to be doing much.
okay.
They're probably
So
crawling underneath the seats and things.
So the parents are just not paying attention. That's why the kids are okay. Then never mind.
Okay.
Well,
I was going to say, you're getting creepier and creepier there, but now you went back. Okay.
No, because like, okay, so if it's parents that are like having a hard time with their children, like Merrick would want to help out. Okay, then no, it's just if they're just being shitty parents, then we'll just
Shitty
move right along.
You could give the kids candy.
I would never give the kids that candy.
We know where that's been.
The taffy is not for the children.
No, but it'd be great punishment for the parents.
Mm-hmm.
Brindlehoofs.
Yeah, but
Terribly sorry about the lack of accommodations for you in the.
no, they were able to
in the
move some
train.
chairs. This is actually quite nice.
Perfect. Well, I was wondering if I could offer you a piece of candy.
Well, it depends on what type of candy.
I believe this is a mint candy. It's got some green and red stripes in it. It's a soft to chew.
I mean, I suppose that seems reasonable. I mean, yeah, sure, why not?
All right, here you go.
He's a little mage
I
hand
haven't
pops
tried this
out with his
particular
glove on
flavor.
it, and takes the candy from you.
Yeah, so I kind of like pull the wrapper to start unwrapping it and set it in his.
If you wouldn't mind, just keep going with the wrapper there. It's a pain in the ass to get off.
Oh,
Just don't touch the candy.
certainly.
Thank you. I mean, it's okay. You got flesh hands. It's not like magic or anything.
No, my hands are not magic.
That's what I'm saying. I don't want magic touching my candy. Magic is really horrible. It's very
Why do you say that?
because it's magic. Mage hands are like the most disgusting thing ever. You ever seen anybody wash their mage hand? No. No one ever washes their mage hand.
So is this all magic that you are opposed to?
No. Not all magic. It's mage hand.
Oh, right. Fine.
Anything that's used to manipulate the world at large, and then it comes back over and over.
Right. Well, here you are. Enjoy.
Oh, thank you. And he'll pop it in his mouth and starts to chew.
Backing up, way up.
Give me a D100, sir.
Okay.
As you just fed him a piece of wild magic candy
It's a unicorn. I just wanted to see what would happen.
in a room of children
And we're on a train.
on a
Hey,
train.
no. Okay. I will explain later off of stream why that is. You can't use that on me.
Percentile, sir.
I'm rolling it.
The train?
If we can't use the train, how about the children?
No, that's what I meant. No, okay.
Okay, we can't use the children against you.
Yeah, 43.
We'll just use the train. 43. Well, it's not the fireball, so that's good.
That's very good.
That's really good.
Yes.
And nothing happens. That's oh no.
So, this is very tasty. I really appreciate this candy. Thank you very.
You're
I
welcome.
feel a little funny though. Is that normal?
Sometimes. It's the joy of having eaten delicious candy.
Was it magic candy?
I might have had it in a pocket with something.
Oh yeah, magic radiation is a thing. I'm very familiar. I seem to be developing some sort of ability. I think that's kind of neat. Let me see. I don't know what it does.
You can just feel it.
What?
Oh.
What?
I just feel so. I'm a unicorn. I can feel magic. What, you got a
Not
problem?
there
with
to
this?
yell
Who
at
the hell are
me.
you? Who is this voice?
Adelaide, where did you come from?
Where did you go? Where did you come from? Adelaide, Joe. I don't know. I'm worried. I'm worried. I don't know if I should activate it.
Face out the window and activate it? I mean, you won't know.
That's a
until you
good
try.
idea. I should. Yes. You know what? That's a good idea. Just in case it's like a breath weapon or something like that. I've seen that happen. Wouldn't want to hurt the children here. So, would you mind getting that window?
I wouldn't mind at all.
So you roll down the window. He sticks his head out the window as the porter comes in with his big tray of food, and looks at you like, "What is going on?"
I just want some fresh air.
Oh, all right. Is he ill? He's sick?
He might be. I don't know.
All right, here goes nothing. And you look as this unicorn poofs out of existence and shoots 20 feet off the train, reappears, going 30 miles per hour, and then he's gone.
I don't think he's going to be happy about that.
Oh no.
Another animal from the train.
Oh no.
You guys in trains are bad news.
But you keep putting us on them.
It's a mode of transportation. You sit there. You don't need to do horrible
I'm
things.
Was
just
it Misty's-
reading a book. This is not on me.
Do we hear or see any of this in the other carts?
No, nothing. You guys are 3 cars ahead. You hear nothing.
Did he land on the ground at least?
Didn't see.
Oh
You just saw him appear and was gone.
That's what he gets for bad mouthing people in the service industry.
So the porter has this tray, gigantic tray of food, and kind of looks at you like,
Thank you.
and he just kind of sets it down on the ground
No, they're children.
and turns and walks away. He doesn't care. He just starts walking to the back of the train, back to the food.
Thank you for that beautiful moment, Matthew.
We're monsters.
God.
I have done nothing wrong in this situation.
Yeah,
I'm reading a book.
the rest of us didn't.
I am
we helped
still
him get on
reading.
the
Yes.
train.
Arthur
So-
and I later having book time. We're having story time.
We
I think
provided
that's
the
enough
that
of
we.
you, Merrick. Val and Bonnie, do you want any adventures on this train?
No, we've already provided the victim
right.
for Merrick's chaos.
So, as Merrick comes back in as if nothing happens, having gotten a bite from the food cart, he heads back and sits with you for the next few hours.
Bonnie
And
at
says
some point
nothing.
Does
And I-
fish out her sandwich, trying to figure out which one was hers.
So you fish out your sandwiches at some point. You probably get some sleep too, since it's an overnight.
Yeah. Yes, please.
And early in the morning, as the sun is just coming up, you enter a very well lit, with magical torchlight and lantern light throughout, a small, very small city, about a quarter the size of Ashport. But a glorious, beautiful, clean city, much cleaner than Ashport. They don't seem to have any smokestacks or anything here, at least not a lot. They seem to be outside of the city. And the center, there's this beautiful white tower, that's kind of the center of their of this little city. It looks like it was built around that. It's about 5 stories tall. As you get off the train, they welcome you to the city. And that's where we're going to end. With
Is
you
there a
guys
sign?
arriving in Alaris, having caused about as much chaos as possible on the way, without derailing the train.
Is anybody holding up a sign for us?
Yes. There is a very fine-looking woman in this, dressed in coattails and a top hat, and she is holding a sign that says Birchfield. I think it's the right mail. Birchfield Proctors. No, let's say Birchfield. No, you
just
know what?
say
It's got. No, it's just gonna say Birchfield. It's just gonna say Birchfield on it. Beautifully hand lettered sign, and she's standing in front of a gorgeous gorgeous carriage with 2 beautiful white horses.
Adelaide looks at Val, primps a little bit like, I told you so. And proceeds to, we deal with that. we can still fight.
Which we will deal with next time. That is where we'll begin, as you walking up to this carriage on our next session, which is next week at this time, at 7:00 PST. Be right here or be square.
Val, do you have more of the oil for Brindlehoof? We need to get him back off the train.
That's a good point. Yeah, we should help him. He'd probably have just as much of a problem getting out.
That's true. Yeah, I do have a little bit left. We didn't use all of it the first time.
Good.
Has anyone seen him?
We fade to black as everyone's glancing around
looking
except
around,
Merrick.
Merrick is like, what? Thank you, everyone, for being here. Thank you for the donations tonight. We really appreciate that. As we said, all donations go to help support our addiction of these streamings and these shows, of the equipment. And when Amazon decides that I should buy myself a, quote, little something and puts $1,000 microphone in there for some reason, they like to call me out, evidently. So that's what we do. We buy nice things. We make these streams nicer. We get better audio quality. We buy microphones for other shows, people that can't afford them. We help them out. That is what we do. We want to make amazing entertainment. We appreciate your support. This is the last night to sign up for our sub drive to get the extra goodies over there. We have 4 different tiers ranging from $5 to $35 subscriptions per month. And you can get some amazing items, such as a Nerdsmith subscription pin, a D20 from Die Hard Dice. You can get a Nerdsmith mug, and you can get a PDF or even a physical copy of the Nerdsmith cookbook, the first Nerdsmith cookbook, because I have a feeling we're going to do more of those, which has recipes, not articles, from all of our different shows, or at least most of them, because we've added some shows that may not have made the deadline. And, so from the shows, and they're all themed. We even have something called a choose your own sauce venture, which is my favorite thing in the book right now, that I've seen. I haven't seen everything. And it's really cool. So you get to make your own sauce by choosing your own adventure there. As you build it. It's very, very neat stuff. Tonight is the last night. We'll be cutting it off at midnight, probably PST here.
I was going to say, it's already past that my time.
Yeah, so PST. So you got a few hours. So if you want to support us, that's great. Oh, and of course, every single tier gets access to our bonus content. Every single show twice a year does bonus content as thank yous for our show, at least. Many of them do more than that. I think we have 35 or 40 pieces of bonus content right now. We're not even done putting them all up. So we got a lot, and we've got things like wallpapers for your phones and for your computers and things from different shows. We got lots of stuff, and we're going to be adding more and more stuff as we go. It's going to become a much bigger deal than we were able to do in the first year. We're going to do a lot of stuff. But even right now, every show has done something, and there's some great stuff. So yeah, go take a look at that. Enjoy, and tonight is the last night to get some of those amazing benefits. The pin will be the pin for the entire year, but the mug, the cookbook, and the D20 all are only available now. So you have to get that in tonight. This is our last night, our last stream. These 2 weeks have been very amazing. The amount of support that we've gotten, the community, the new friends we've made have been incredible. There's not been a single person I've met through all of this that I haven't wanted to become best friends with and just know forever and just be amazing with. And so I hope to continue that. We have tomorrow DRPG at noon PST, 3 o'clock Eastern.
Discover RPG. We never
Discover RPG. DRPG. Discover RPG. And that's Angela's Mind Show where we talk about things. We're doing a tavern themed episode tomorrow.
Yep.
And then after that, we have Homebrew Studio at 5 o'clock PST. I think we have a Curious Craft show in between that. Is that a Wednesday afternoon thing? Curious Crafts?
That is Tuesdays and Thursdays and Fridays.
Oh, so what? Is there something in between those? No, nothing in between those yet. No. Okay, sorry. And then after that, we have Countless Heroes, which is coming back after 2.5 weeks hiatus for the sub drive and the community events. We start our 3.5 week finale. Well, there won't be a finale for the entire time, but this is the last 3.5 weeks of the show. We've set the deadline for the finale of it, which is going to be the 23rd, 24th, and 25th, I believe. That's going to be a 3-day finale. So if those will be the 3 best days to make it. If you want to see all the craziness come to a head, see the big combat finale, I'm sure there'll be, unless players surprise me with some other possible ending, and I'm sure they will. They always do. Yes, Adelaide?
As the last stream of our sub drive, we have our World Anvil giveaway.
Oh, that's right. Let me go ahead and roll that.
Do you want to give everybody one last chance if they're in stream real quick? Or
yeah, if you've been in stream, I mean, they get a notice every 15 minutes, but you can do exclamation Goonies to be put onto that thing. The thing is, I'm looking through the numbers here, and there's a couple here. I think we're good. We just got one. Did we just get an entry? Yes, we did.
Yes, we did.
Right, so we'll go ahead and roll it now in 3, 2, 1.
Yay, Taylor Tom.
Tailored Torn.
Tailored Tom.
Tailored Tom.
Tailored.
My font's bad.
It's all right.
Congratulations,
Taylor Tom. You got a. What do we have, Angela? What do we have left? I don't remember what our last one was. Is it a 6-month Grandmaster?
Yeah, we have 6-month Grandmaster.
Let's do a 6-month Grandmaster tier. As a matter of fact, we only had 2 entries tonight. It's our last night. Let's do them both. So Tailored Tom and Tavern Tales podcast each are going to get a 6-month Grandmaster tier subscription to the.
You won anyway, Kyle. What?
So World Anvil and was that Kyle? I didn't even realize it was Kyle.
Yeah.
So thank you to World Anvil for being such an amazing supporter. That was over $1,000 worth of subscriptions they gave us to give away during our sub drive. It was really incredible. And thank you to Die Hard Dice. They give us a bunch of giveaways to do during the drive as well. Yes?
Clarification. It's a 3-month Grandmaster, or we also we have longer Master ones. It's up to you. We'll send you codes. You'll get codes.
We'll send you your codes. Yeah. It depends, whatever you think, Ange. Just do maybe find out if they're going to use the Grandmaster features or not.
Cool.
And if
I will
they're not,
consult with our winner.
Yeah. And so thank you to World Anvil and thank you to Die Hard Dice, our 2 amazing sponsors that have been nothing but generous to us and definitely give us so much joy and love. They are our family. We truly believe that, as are everyone who is a part of Nerdsmith. As we like to say, we are Nerdsmith, and if you'd like to be, so are you. So you're always welcome to be a part of our family anytime you want. We recommend that you join the Discord. That's a great way to hang out and have fun. And unfortunately, we won't be doing it tonight, but in future shows, the goal is to stick around for about half an hour after the show, and we will be in our Discord to chat. But that's kind of it's a thing we just kind of started to talk about today, so we're not going to do it today. But in the future, every episode, our goal is to stick around, at least most of us, in the Discord for about half an hour. We'll chat and talk and see how you're doing and answer any questions you might have. Thank you guys again for letting us test all these amazing opportunities of the Wheel of Causality and introducing an NPC. I'm really, really excited about how enjoyable they were in the game. Every bit of them made me very, very happy. I was very, very worried about the NPC one, but they actually were some of my favorite moments tonight. So thank you guys very much for
It was
that.
a blast.
Yeah, that was fun.
I cannot say enough, and the people out there who have been with us for a while and keep coming back, our regulars out there, thank you guys so very much for supporting us so immensely. The people who are on the network, especially, there are a lot of people who can be on networks and then they don't really do anything but their own stuff on the network. And the people who are here right now and the people who come to these, you show that you really want to be a part of this network. You really want to be a part of you want to create a community. You want to be a family, and you support each other. We really appreciate that. So thank you guys again so very much. And that means the audience members too that have been here and support multiple shows. We really appreciate that. And thank you to everyone who subscribed. Most of you out there are subscribers. We know that some of you are in positions that can't, and that's okay, because you support us in so many other ways, like sharing our shows, putting it out there, clipping our shows, and sharing that with your friends and family. When you have family that understand what's going on, I don't, but and that's good. So thank you guys again very, very much. Am I missing anything, guys?
Our giveaway, we thank the sub drive. We are going to be back next week because we're weekly.
We'll be back next week. We are a weekly show.
What's our streams tomorrow? Are we?
We talked about
I did that
streams
already.
Yeah.
tomorrow.
Okay. Good. Cool. Yeah.
And then, I was going to say the last thing is in Heather and I hopefully will have the signups for the community event done this week. We're going to start doing weekly, twice a week, community events, Monday and Wednesday nights after Countless Heroes ends. We're going to start doing those probably the last week of this month or early June. We're going to have those signups done very soon. So if you want to become a part of those or you want to DM a game or play, we'll have that set up very soon on the website. Just check out nerdsmith.org. It'll be a link at the top to sign up for a community event. So that'll be very exciting.
Yep.
All right. I think that's it. Thank you guys again very, very much. I really cannot say enough about how amazing all of you are.
Absolutely.
Arthur, do you have something? You had your hand up. Nope,
I was gonna say
so we're
goodbye.
gonna go ahead and say goodbye. And I know we
Right.
lost about half of our people here. Let's see.
We have 15 people.
We got 15 people. Yeah, we're gonna do a raid. Hell yeah.
And don't forget to tell your friends that if you come on to Shenanigoons every week, you can pay to add to the chaos. So tell your friends.
Add to the chaos.
Pay to add to the chaos. Where do we want to go?
Scabby Rooster is doing a show.
Is it
So
Blank
is
Slate,
Perception
though?
Studio.
Yes, it is Blank Slate. So is Perception Studios. Is it Wednesday? No, it's not Wednesday. What are they doing tonight?
Solin's
they're
Legacy. I think
Solin's
that's
Legacy.
the one where Danny DMs.
Yes, it is. You know what? We did Perception Check Studios last week on Wednesday or Tuesday. Let's go ahead and do Scabby Rooster. Well, yeah, somebody else.
Denny is also on.
Denny. Well, we're going to support the tabletop RPGers first. We love video gamers, but we like to support the TTRPG, especially Scabby Rooster, who does live action role play. And it looks like they have new and different camera angles. They don't just have a single camera angle anymore, so I'm already excited. So let's go ahead and take a look and say hi.
Awesome.
We still got to talk for 10 seconds, though, as this thing ramps up. Please come along with us, even if you can't stay. And we're going to go. What's our raid call going to be?
We have
Vinderhooves.
Long live Brindlehooves.
Long live Vinderhooves.
Brindlehooves.
Long
Yes.
live Brindlehooves. All right, guys, here we go in 3, 2,
Alrighty.
1. Good night. And wrap.